What's good, people? What's good? Who in the building? Who's in the building? Yeah, that small lineup killing us. There's no way in the world Wendell Gabriel shouldn't be playing. There's no way in the world Wendell Gabriel shouldn't be playing. Desmond, what's good? Yo, why in the hell? Like this, the shit where people get mad at Vogel. This is where Vogel killed herself. What? Why Purtle was killing us, and that's why I tell every NBA team, every NBA team shouldn't just follow the trend. A big man makes a difference. You don't even have to be good sometimes. Just being 7 feet, just in that paint makes a difference. Tim, what's good? Tim, Ball, what's good? Octavius, what's good? See you later. What's good? Randy, what's good? Loyalty, what's good? I'm gonna let y'all in early. Let's get the likes up. Let me just get the 15 likes, man, and then I'm gonna let y'all in because I'm gonna let y'all do. I can't ain't really much I got to say tonight, man. I'm just so pissed off. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to unleash y'all frustration. I want y'all to unleash y'all first frustration. Look, big man block. That's what I said. This being 7 feet under that basket. He did his job. He's 7 feet. He protect the rim. He protect the rim. He did exactly what he's supposed to do. All he had to do is really make one. He make one, they good. But why is over? He made one. Popovich not gonna let them lose 31 seconds down 6 or 7 points. Like what's the sense of getting what's the sense of getting it's over. What's the sense of getting Gabriel if you're not gonna play him? Come on, y'all. Get y'all frustration out. Eric was good. I need all y'all come on the chat, man. I'm done talking, man. Get the likes up though. While y'all at it, get the likes up, man. Support the kid. Get the likes up, man. Vogel's just stupid. How you not have Wendell Gabriel out there? Especially you seeing what are you doing? You seeing the damage this man caused. Like he doing it while you there. Malik was good, Danny P, Loyalty, Antonio Brown, Malachi, uh, Reg Dog, Julian, Eric. Like, come on, man. Let's get the likes up, man. I'm done talking, man. I want 10 people on here tonight, man. I want 10 people on the live, man. I dropped the link, man. I dropped the link, man. This is just crazy. Lakers lost tonight, man. It's over. It's over. Now it's just good. Baller's life was good. It's a clean block. Oh, now he got fouled. It's good, Reg.
Man, I can't call it watching this bullshit.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
We
crazy.
win
Nope.
that we win one, then we lose 10.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But how? How you have guys in the game like this with Purdue out there? How you
I
gonna do that?
mean, where Gabriel at? Why he ain't getting no PT?
I don't get that. I don't get it for the life of me, man. He has energy. I hope. See, this is why I hope whoever talked to Vogel in the press conference asks him this.
They don't
Man, real
ask.
talk.
They don't ask that question. But we've been
It's
on these stream yards so long. There was one time Ball's life trying to justify why Trevor Reason is over the big, why Stanley Johnson is over the big, while Austin Reeves is in over big. People don't get it, bro. Y'all trying to trade offense for defense, but these dudes is not even being productive on offense. Like, y'all don't get it. Every garbage big plays in the NBA except for ours. That's why, oh, DeAndre can't move. He can't. So what? He's a body. Like, you're going smaller when teams go big. So even if a dude is a bum and he's a big man, he's going to have a good night. Offense and defense, like, he's going to look good. That's just what it is. This is the NBA still, brother. Like,
exactly, bro. We got DeAndre Jordan on the bench, like he's not an able body. Like, we need a big man in the game at all times. Vogel is
exactly.
slipping with that. This
That's
small
just
ball shit is
obvious.
killing me.
And fam, this ain't even small ball no more. This is just stupid basketball. The smallest
Right,
team in the game even play their big. They play Kevon Looney. The Warriors
right.
always play Looney. They the smallest ball. Like, they don't they don't play stupid. They ain't gonna go super small and the team put in the big. Kirk gonna put a big in so fast. Like, what? Like,
What was the start lineup?
The start lineup was horrible. It was Dwight, Monk, Reeves, Westbrook, and who else started? Who was the starting lineup? I
So you
know.
I
mean
didn't I
they
didn't turn the
started
game
three
on to the
they
fourth
started
quarter.
three guards?
I think four. It was Westbrook,
Wow.
Monk,
You can't have Westbrook and
Reeves.
Stanley Johnson and at the same time, man. I'm sorry. That's two players who can't. They not
Can't
going to
shoot.
shoot. Yeah, like the defense just sag, sag, sag. So the paint is going to be cluttered up. So
We
people was
making it
like,
we make it too easy for the other team, man. Come
yeah,
on now.
Too
people
easy.
like you can't play it big because of Westbrook. Well, you can't play Stanley Johnson with Westbrook because nobody's guarding him. So it's still the same problem. Like, I don't get it,
So Melo didn't start?
No.
which is stupid. He
Wow.
don't play D. Melo play the most D out there. I don't know what y'all be seeing. Like,
Wow. They didn't start Melo when Braun is out.
it's
Okay,
crazy.
that makes a lot of sense.
Stupid. Points coming off the bench. No, you need points to start out the game.
If
So the
anything,
defense.
I would have put Monk on the bench and let Melo start.
No, you put Reeves on the bench and let Monk start.
Yo,
That
what
that's
up to the
Exactly. You
panel?
can you can
What up,
switch them
Kareem?
too, either or.
Good, T.
no. Go look at Reeves' last 7 games, bro. He
Oh
ain't
yeah,
doing shit
Reeves
out
been
there,
playing
man.
trash. Reeves been playing like hot garbage.
He
He
getting
was
all
actually
these minutes, 30 minutes a game, ain't doing shit.
he played all right today though.
That's cause
I
that's
guess.
because of that skin color, bro. They love to see a hardworking white man out there. They love seeing that.
That shit terrible. That shit hurting us, man. Gabriel can be stealing some of these minutes. Stanley Johnson and him stealing. I mean, like it's ridiculous. But you see what I mean? Like it's just the stupid rotate. Dwight probably played just the first quarter, ain't play all game. I didn't even watch the game, but I guarantee that's how he treated him. Like, it makes no sense.
Wow.
Now
And
everybody's saying Dwight Howard, Dwight Howard.
Playing bad because he don't never get no reps. You don't play the man enough to get no damn rhythm.
He said he couldn't rebound. Yeah, you probably can't rebound when you don't know if you playing or not. You don't know your minutes per game.
Why would he be motivated for 5 minutes a game?
Yeah, he know, like, he'll have a big double and then sit out. Remember the game he had, the big game he came out. He was the
Yeah,
only one
14,
eating with
14.
LeBron. They sat the nigga out all fourth quarter. That would have
Yeah,
did it for me.
yeah,
Yeah,
14,
that's
14.
That would have did it for me, bro. That was a game he was supposed to play all game. Like, what the hell? Like,
somebody say they disagree with you, Kareem. What they talk about?
I don't know. I ain't say much today.
they talk
What
about the White couldn't rebound. So
what
what? Y'all want Austin Reeves fronting Pirtle in the clutch rather than it's not about his rebounding. It's him being a body
what you
and the
disagree
big
with
not being
about
able to
Brandon?
do whatever he want on the floor. And on offense, he rim running, he dive into the basket. So he's taking the big out, so the big can't just float and help on the guards.
They didn't have Russell Westbrook playing small forward. I hope not.
You got Monk and you got THT driving and Pirtle there, so they beat their man Pirtle right there
Yeah,
waiting, not
Russ played
guarding nobody.
really
He can live
basically
with
the
y'all
game.
shooting the three and missing. Y'all don't
Hey,
see that
I
though.
didn't watch. I didn't watch the game. I got home and it's the fourth quarter, so I missed most of it. I thank God for that.
But fam, this is the same thing when AD and LeBron play at the five. It's the same thing. Teams just load up when they catch the ball. AD catch it on that wing. It's a big guarding him or whoever guarding him. They might put a small on him, and the big is right there waiting for AD. Same thing with LeBron. They just load up because you ain't got no bigs in the game. They playing the 4 and the 5. That's why LeBron need to be at that 3, bro. I'm telling you, they still gonna score their same points. Nah, it ain't gonna club no hole, nothing.
Wow.
What's up,
People
T?
don't get that, man.
Yo, salute to the panel.
Salute, homie. Salute.
Yo, when are we gonna finally admit this season is all on Frank Vogel, man? After watching all
Nah,
these
it ain't
games,
all on
man,
Frank Vogel.
It's
I
on
was
everybody.
Like
true,
tonight, bro,
but
people
most
gonna
of this
say
most
Frank
of this
Vogel because of
game,
the subs, but bro, look how many free throws they miss.
right? But most of this season,
Like,
Yeah,
man,
who
Frank
Frank
could
Vogel
Vogel
control
can't
that?
make.
been on
Frank
Vogel.
Vogel can't make them make shots.
Right,
Yeah,
like
they miss a lot
the
of wide
lineups that
open
he
shots
throws
still
out there,
too. Like,
the lineups that Frank Vogel throws out there. That's why our season has been the way it has. You have Wayne Ellington sitting on the bench, a great shooter who
for
you can be
sure.
playing with LeBron and Melo. You can play Melo and Ellington. Everybody's going to say, "Oh, they can't play defense," but you're supposed to specialize in defense. You
Yeah,
shouldn't
they
Right.
not
have a
playing no
whole
D
bunch of
anyway. Yeah,
right.
yeah,
You
bro.
shouldn't have a whole bunch of wings, defensive players on the court. Reeves playing at the same time. Stanley Johnson playing at the same time. You got LeBron, Augustine, Wayne Ellington. You got shooters that Melo was hot. Terrible coaching. Fourth quarter, we only down 2. Why aren't you running again? Why aren't you running the offense through Carmelo? He's the best scorer we have right now with LeBron being out. Why aren't we running the offense through Melo on the block? That's already a coaching issue. He hasn't done that all year. He hasn't played the offensive shooters. Ellington enough. He hasn't played him enough. We get Augustine. You're not putting him in the right packages, pairing him with shooters.
Yep,
It's just terrible coaching. You're not. You got LeBron. When LeBron plays, he's playing with Stanley Johnson. He's playing with
exactly.
Avery
Stupid.
Bradley. He's playing with Russell Westbrook, and you're not playing him with shooters. You sign these guys, and you're not even putting the right packages out there.
I
You know,
think
it's terrible
Vogel. I
coaching.
think Vogel is being funny with the Lakers, man, because they didn't let him get his own
He
coaching
not
staff.
being funny, bro. He just
Bro, he
literally can't
gotta be.
figure it out. He
He's
can't figure
gotta
it out.
be. He's
He's
gotta
just
be
not a good
funny.
coach, man.
If you
He
go to
he
your
he's
first
not a good
live,
coach.
I know you probably remember what I say. I said everybody talking about the team, but this is gonna be Vogel's hardest coaching job, coaching
Mm-hmm.
all these like, bro, this is not easy. Putting these combinations and all that, who could score
Yeah,
this shit was
terrible lineups.
and then you
At this
had
point,
them
it's safe to say
man,
that he's incompetent, Reg. He
Yep,
just doesn't.
For real. Hey,
yep.
You
salute D Bonner.
literally
Salute, my brother.
what's good, bro? Hey, down in
Salute.
that fourth quarter, man. San Antonio started doing what I thought they should have been doing. They
Mm-hmm.
started feeding Jacoperto.
Mm-hmm.
You got
mhm.
Westbrook on them, Reeves on them. Why don't you bring in Howard? He didn't play Howard on them in the
Mm-hmm.
fourth. They kept doing
Howard
that. We
only
couldn't
played
stop.
18 minutes.
Yeah, we couldn't stop DeJounte Murray. He came in the fourth and he took over. He closed out the game for him defensively and offensively. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we
And
we
that's my
played
thing, bro.
semi
They
hard,
say
but
Stanley Johnson and D.
uh,
Say the big D, but why they never stop the wing or the point guard that kill every night? I don't get it. What defense is being played? If
Right.
our best 2 defenders, Austin Reeves and Stanley Johnson, or whoever y'all say, it's guarding every night. They not doing
you
that,
you
man.
cutting in and out.
I don't get it. Who's playing?
Yeah. At some point in time, he's gonna have to get more creative
Yeah.
with the lineups and stop throwing the same packages out there on the court. You know,
I
you got
think,
At some point
one-dimensional
in time, we
guys.
are,
yeah,
Yeah,
the
you got
man.
time is
a whole
up.
bunch of
We ran out of
one-dimensional guys.
Man,
time. We didn't ran out of time, bro.
Yeah,
exactly. We at the end of the season now. Man,
Yeah,
this guy,
Gilbert
bro.
'Arenas
25, man.
said it. That nigga don't know how to do combinations. He don't know what
Yeah,
combinations work. Everybody was
right,
laughing at Gilbert on his take. He hit that
right,
shit on the nail. You got to
right.
put the
Because
right combinations in with.
if we can sit here and recognize that he should have had more You know what I'm saying? If we recognize certain packages that he should have ran that actually worked, come on,
Bro,
man. He
I
need to
got
be
another
fired, man.
question. I got
He need
one
to be fired.
question. I got one question. What did we pay Kendrick Nunn for, and where he at? What's going on?
That
Right.
brother, I'm convinced that brother got a torn ACL or something. Ain't no way in the world you got a bone bruise and been
Yeah,
out all this time,
Yeah,
man.
knee
They
soreness.
lied to us. They
yeah.
lied
Right.
to us about his injury.
I agree
Right.
with you. I said the same thing. I said, yo, he can't
The
have a bone.
Lakers been lying about injuries all year though. The white back soreness. No, he just don't want to play because he know he ain't getting no minutes. This one, that one. Niggas just choosing when they gonna be in street clothes. Cause guess what?
Right.
They don't know. It's a mystery lineup every game. It's
Mm-hmm.
pulling out the hat. I told y'all.
Good point, Desmond. That's another thing. We've had all these different lineups, no continuity. It's frustrating, man. And yeah, it wasn't just on coaching, but tonight we missed some free throws. We made our shot selection was bad down the stretch when we would get it within 2 points, where we had the game tied. So I
Mhm.
just mean overall, man, it's just
Yeah. And the problem
Tonight was a
I see
winnable
with
game.
Vogel is you don't get it to your primary scores. You're
Nope.
not force feeding like you said. Somebody mentioned on the panel. They force fed Pirtle. They know he's a
Exactly.
primary offensive guy on the offensive end. You force feed Melo. He's your best scoring option tonight. You force feed him. He need to
I
get
said
rest.
that the
You
other
sit him
night when
down. Then he come back in the game when he fresh. You force feed Melo. Dog, if they double team, then he makes a play off of that. But they don't do that. They let THT make a play. They let Russ make a play. They let everybody, Austin Reeves, play make. No one knows their role.
Carmelo
No one
definitely
knows
didn't
their
start,
role.
brother. Carmelo did not start. He was not in that starting lineup. He came off the bench.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, Raymond. Which game you watching, Raymond?
I
That's
was
a
watching the Celtics and the Nets the other day. This a little off topic, but I'm like, how the hell they force feed Drummond and we couldn't get that? We don't
Yep.
force feed none of our bigs. It ain't the fact that they can't
Right.
do nothing.
Right.
Y'all don't show the other defense that's something that's an option we can go to.
Right.
So in their head, they're like, oh yeah, they're not going to that.
Right.
So that's one less thing they gotta account for.
Right.
It's a game within a game. Like
Right.
every other team do it, they do it the doodle. I can name all the big men that killed us. The other night, Mavericks, it was Powell and
Mm-hmm.
the white Russian dude. They killed
Yep,
Right.
us.
you ain't
Against
lying.
Clippers is Hartenstein and the other boy. Go look at these bigs and backup bigs killing us every game. I've been calling
That's
it
called.
since
You
the
know what
beginning of the
that's
season.
called? Loyalty. That's
Yeah,
called using what you got. That's good coaching.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
all I've
Mm-hmm.
been saying, fam. Everybody, oh no, DeAndre can't play. No, you gotta go small. This, like, bro, I know the game, bro. It's bodies. These teams is literally
Right.
throwing bodies at us.
Right. And one
That's
person
literally
I
what they
do
doing.
like, man, is Austin Reeves, man. If he plays more aggressive, I think he can get 15 tonight. If they run him off that 3-point line, if he take that mid-range jumper, I think he can get us 15 tonight.
Nah, Austin
I'm
Reeves
not.
ain't
I'm
got.
not gonna lie.
I think
His
he's solid. I think he's
he
solid.
he
And
played a
he's well
good
to
game
15.
against the Warriors. I'll give him that.
Hmm.
He
He don't
played
have
very
no
good.
He
secondary offense. Like, once he make that pump fake drive pass and then
mm-hmm.
the other man stop, he don't know how to like sidestep and do all that. It's just like
Right.
he'll just take. You got to have secondary, especially with the Lakers, because it's even
Right.
harder to score in the half court set with them. Because the
Got you.
whole defense know it's a one-on-one game with that man who catch with that clock running down. So
Right.
if you ain't a THT, that's how THT could always get a shot off. He could do some wild reverse, or
Right.
he could create. He could do stuff. So he get his shit off. Monk too sometimes, but
Uh,
you gotta have
and,
secondary offense, man.
And
and the more,
this team got me drinking, man. Shit, I need a shot.
bro,
Fuck.
I'm just surprised, man, how Vogel, man, he doesn't run lineups like LeBron, Augustine, Ellington, Melo, like, and maybe
Niggas
one
was
defender
laughing
pairing
at
with
my
LeBron.
lineups.
You
I
don't
don't
have
get it.
like, man, like,
Shit I done
imagine how much
seen this
space
year.
LeBron could get with those type of lineups that you play out. It's like, I don't understand what's going through his mind when it come to that. You got Monk, Ellington, Augustine, LeBron, and Melo, all shooters around LeBron. Like, he doesn't think of that, those
Yeah,
packages.
bro.
Like,
Wayne Ellington doesn't see the floor for some reason.
right? That's what I'm saying. Only in when we getting blown out,
That's
and
crazy.
we still ain't played our secret weapon, Wenyan Gabriel. I don't know why he's
Right.
not getting no
that's what I'm
minutes.
saying. What is he waiting on for him? You
He
got to
not
at this
getting
point in
no
the game.
minutes.
At this point in the game, you got to play him. He's 6'9". No, he's not the biggest, but he has length. Play
And
him, and also
yeah,
he can hit the 3-point shot.
and he can hit the 3-point shot. He
I,
did it against the
I,
Clippers.
I'm confused, man. That's
That's
why I'm like,
crazy.
what are we doing? I don't.
Hey, bro,
Yeah,
I
Every
think
I'm
they just
just
team
they gave
rotates.
up,
and
bro. They wait for the season to end. They don't care. The coaching staff don't care.
and that's why I say it come down to coaching this season. We had the talent. Maybe Ariza is washed, but everybody else, if you had a different coach like a Ty Lue that put certain packages, certain lineups out there to
Yeah,
pair with LeBron and pair with Westbrook, this team would have looked a lot better if you surrounded
exactly.
them with the right pieces and played the right lineups. But he
that
has so
also.
much defenders around Russell Westbrook. It doesn't make them look good. They don't shine in that because they don't have the right pieces. You're not playing the
Yeah,
right lineups to make these
everybody out of
players look
position
good.
on defense.
Yeah,
we we haven't played, and on top of that, man, we just throughout the entire game we have lacked effort on
right,
many games this season. We just haven't played with a lot of effort
right.
throughout the entire 4 quarters.
Like I
Little
told you,
the free
D-Bonner, it
throws.
ain't that much effort in the world when you out of you can't. All right, let's say we ask for effort from Austin Reeves. If you banging with a 5 on every cross match, you're gonna get discouraged in a 4-quarter game. If
I,
you
I,
LeBron or AD and you stepping up every time, your man got the ball. He gets beat and it's no backline. You're gonna get discouraged. I don't know who people
no,
think these
well,
are. Like these dudes
no,
are.
I'm talking about the games where they're doing cuts on us and we're not challenging them. I'm talking about the games where you look up and it's 5 players, it's 2 players inside on the inside that are open. Those
But
games
who
where
gonna
they're getting all
challenge
these
something
open
at the
shots.
rim when you
You
got
got to stay
LeBron
with
at
your
the
player
5?
though. That's what my thing. It has been a lot of games where these a lot of teams are getting open shots. They're getting freeway to the basket. Nobody's there. The last game with
What
the game with the
37-year-old has been the anchor on a defense and played 5? Yeah, LeBron is doing amazing things on offense, but he's 37 and y'all want him to be the anchor at the 5 on defense
I already
versus
said that he shouldn't be playing the 5.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
overall, man, it's
that's
just we have a lot of it's a lot of things, man.
that's where it starts.
it's too
it's
much
just a lot
talent
of
on this team
things.
for us to not be in the playoff picture. Like I don't care about the age and all that. If it was the right coach, we would not be in this position. They
For
would have been
sure.
able to put the right pieces together. You know what I'm saying?
He, he,
Anytime Russell Westbrook is playing, he needs to have August. He need to have Monk with him, Ellington with him, Melo on the floor. At least 3
Straight
shooters.
scorers. That's
At
it.
least 3 shooters with him, and we have
Yep.
that. And he's not
Yep.
playing that. You got
That's what I
Reeves
said.
pairing with him. You got Stanley Johnson with him. Every time Westbrook is on the court, he need to have at least three scorers with him, and then he
I've
would look
been
a lot
saying it.
better. He would look a lot better. He'd be performing a lot better this season.
We
and
got the
then,
personnel. We got more than
we
enough.
got
And
it
you know how I know? Because his team's beating us with way less.
right,
No name dudes. Like
right.
the day the Portland beat us, that was right after a trade. They
Yeah,
supposed to be depleted. They just traded away all these players. They killed us.
man.
Freaking Nurkic
We
made
done lost
AD
8
look
of
like
the
a
last
baby.
10 games we played, bro.
that's
8.
so
Yeah, like,
sad, man.
but
That's
it's
so
just certain
sad.
games I could just point out like there's
Yeah,
no way we should lose, but
yeah.
we don't put out the right people or some
And then
unorthodox team
and
and just give the
and,
game away. It's
and
weird.
even down the stretch when games have been close, you're not even running the offense through the guys you should be running it through.
Facts.
You know what I mean? It's like you look at plays where it's a close game. You giving Russell Westbrook's giving the ball to THT. Russ is running the offense at a tie game when the ball should be going through Melo, LeBron, even stretches where AD's supposed to be getting force fed. Like
Yeah.
you're like,
That
why are they taking this shot at a
Like how
tie
you
What
game
get
with
what
four
that
what are they
seven
minutes?
that's
doing
without
in
a
practice?
touch?
Do they even practice?
bro.
What's going on?
They show these little
It's
clips of
terrible.
them in practicing, but I feel like they just do a layup line and a simple walkthrough, and then they done, man. I don't feel like they're really practicing like that.
Well, that's the
Then
problem right there. That's the problem.
they can't, bro. Then the in game adjustments,
Right.
man.
And you need
I've
an
never
alpha
seen a
coach.
coach who can't make in game adjustments
Yeah.
like him.
Yeah, and you
He's
need an
terrible
alpha
with it.
coach though. He's afraid, like I'm pretty like media members have already said he's afraid to put his foot down and be that alpha coach. Because if you're the coach, you should already be telling these players, this is who the ball's gonna run through. You need to play a role. You know what I'm saying? The ball's going through Melo, the ball's going through LeBron, the ball's going through AD. We force feed these 3 guys. Y'all play off of those actions when they get the ball. But he don't want to speak. He don't want to tell nobody and get nobody a role. He just letting them do whatever they want to do. That's why we losing. He not an alpha.
Facts.
He can't
That's
tell people
that's
this is what you're
good.
gonna do. This is who the ball's going through. Every time down the floor, force feed him. This is what's gonna happen. He can't do that.
This is
And
why I
now a
said
defense. Go
next
ahead, Mom.
season, do not. This is me. Do not bring me no coach who is heavy on one side of the floor. Oh, he's an excellent and great defensive coach, but he can't draw a simple play on the offensive end. Or
Yeah.
you can get an offensive coach who don't have no defensive schemes. We need to
Yeah.
have somebody who's well rounded, who can
Yep.
on both ends. And if he's lacking one, bring in the right guys as the assistant who be able to help him out.
Yeah.
Because I can't do this no more. I'm tired of the and I was never that big on. I feel like the myth about Vogel being this great defensive coach is a myth because he had David West, Hibbert,
Personnel. Yep.
Paul George. He had
Granger.
Granger. Those were good defensive players.
Yep.
Right.
And sometimes they give a lot of credit to Vogel about that team. It's like, no, you had great defensive players out there. So
Mm-hmm.
you saw what happened when you went to the Magic. I
Right.
don't know, man. I don't.
Yeah. I just look at old school basketball. They would play through their stars. They would play through the guys who get you a bucket. They play through those. You run those actions through those players, and then if the double team comes, then they throw out to the role players. It's like, but now they letting the role players make plays and do whatever they do, man. It's you supposed to run it through your guys, through your bucket getters. This whole game
Tonight
should
was
have
an
been ran
easy
through Melo.
fix, man. They really literally went to Pirtle. It was either
All
Murray
game.
scoring or Pirtle get pounded into him.
Yeah.
If you can't, that don't even take a defensive mind coach. It's just a quick
Yeah.
adjustment on defense. Put a big on him, make him shoot over or something, like make him pass the ball out. Like,
And that's exactly why I said I don't want to hear none. I'm tired of hearing about this guy and how great he is defensively as a coach. Just
Yeah.
please, just stop because that was a
Yeah.
simple fix.
Yep. And they got LeBron out playing 100 minutes a game. It
You
wouldn't
see
even
what
be
he
like
said?
this, man.
You see what he said? He got serious swelling. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
and I'm telling y'all right now, don't get hyped when AD come back, because if they doing that heavy dose of him at the 5, we are not going to win. That's not sustainable for AD.
Yeah.
LeBron is 37, and AD is
Mhm.
a finesse big. He's not
Yeah.
no deterrent. Throw his
Yeah.
body. He ain't no Cat. Cat is a finesse. He shoot a lot of threes, but Cat know how to bang when it's time. That ain't AD, bro.
Right.
That is
It
not
seems like they're
AD.
forcing AD at the center.
Yeah, like, come on.
Hey, Kareem, can you guys hear me?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
How's it going? How's it going, panel? Kareem and y'all, Bonner, Loyalty.
What's good,
Hey,
bro?
man.
What up, my
What's
guy?
going on? What's going on?
And Red's dog and the other guy at the bottom. I don't know his name. But what's up to you, man? Yeah, man. I don't know, man. This is just a terrible team. Without LeBron, and then I didn't think that they were going to win this game anyway. Without LeBron and AD,
This
it's
was
just
a winnable
an atrocity.
game, though, Texas. You
It
don't
was a
think that?
winnable game, though. No. It was a winnable game, but knowing the history and lineage of this entire team for the entire season, I knew they were going to lose.
Yeah.
I just can't believe Russell Westbrook is awful. He made the same mistake twice. I saw part of it. He made the same mistake twice on the offensive charge.
Who told that nigga he
offensive-
could
Right.
drive on 4 people and finish?
I hate
like,
that guy, man.
But look,
I really
though.
don't like him.
And this
He
is
go
another.
Russell Westbrook go find himself out the NBA, man.
I
Yeah,
hope
bro.
so, man.
The way he's playing, and it was even down the stretch when we were tied or we were down by 2 points. Westbrook, he would go in, force a dumb layup, try to play hero ball. That's why I said it's justified at this point. If down the stretch we're close in the game and he's not playing too good, you got to put him on the bench. You got to.
And he's playing, as a fan, you watching, he's playing with his mind made up. Like, shit, LeBron out. It's a no-brainer. This is what they brought me here for, to be the number 1. Okay. I don't care if it's 5 on me. I'm shooting this. What can they say? That's what they brought me here for.
Yeah, he delusional.
That's what you can see in this game, literally. Like,
Yeah, give DJ more minutes. I agree with Raymond. I mean, you got to find some spark from somewhere. I mean, and
I like Augustine because, like
Yeah.
Schroeder, he not going to
least he
do
can
nothing
shoot.
to kill your team. He
Yep.
ain't going to shoot you in the foot. He going to play the game.
he's a decent game manager. He can kind of pass. I saw him with the New York. I know the Pacers. I know it was a long time ago, a decade ago almost. But his decision making is pretty decent. But
Yeah, I
It's
blame this
just it's
whole.
just
I was
refreshing
blaming.
to see somebody out there that know how to play basketball because
Right.
Westbrook really out there a superstar looking like he don't know how to play the game.
Russ should be out of the
Right.
league. I'm
Bad.
after this year. He should be gone. I mean, I really believe it because nobody wants him, and for all his life knows this. It's a certain woman, and she knows basketball, but she defends him to the nth degree the entire season, and defended him today on somebody else's panel. And it's like Russell
Whoa,
Westbrook is
whoa.
one of the biggest
Don't
problems.
come on, miss.
Hey,
Don't
hey,
do
hey.
that because you don't want
Texas,
nobody
don't come
taking.
for my
And
sis, bro.
that's
Don't
Yeah,
true.
do
don't
that,
you don't want
man,
nobody
please.
taking your words. Just and if that person's not on the panel, just don't do it.
Yeah,
We
they
want to just
do a
keep
lot
it.
of
We
that
want to
on
keep
his
it
channel.
cool.
They
Keep
gonna
it on
blame Kareem.
basketball.
Kareem let people say anything on his channel. Yeah, they
Yeah.
gonna be making videos
No, no, no,
about
no.
I
Hold
got a
on, Reg
question,
Dog.
man.
Hold on, Reg Dog. I'm not going after anybody, bro. I mean, just calm down. I'm not fucking with
No,
anybody.
I'm
I'm
just
not
saying,
messy. I'm not messy like
don't
Jim.
Can
speak
we
on
I'm,
her.
can
She's
we
not on the
really
okay,
panel.
blame?
okay.
She's not on the
Can we
panel, bro.
can we really
I'll say
blame
it to him
Russ?
too, though. Yeah, I'm not a
Can we
bitch. Go ahead.
can we really blame? Can we really blame Russ for this season, man? I know
He he
everything.
he.
Everybody's
he
been
He's a
blaming
big
Russ,
part of
but
it.
after we
He's
look at it up to this point,
you
look at
know
the
what?
coaching, man, and look at the
I'm not.
lineups that Russ has had to be subject to. Like he has nobody to kick out to when he drives. He has no floor spacing. The type of lineups that he's been on the
Nah,
floor and had
brother.
to deal with.
We got
Nah,
to be
man,
real with
we
him,
can't
bro.
blame that all on
He.
Russ now. Because I was
I
I
will
was the
never
main
say that it's
guy.
all
Russ,
his
but
I was
he
the
fault.
gets
main guy to
blamed.
blame it on Russ. I was
I
the
will
main guy
not.
saying
I
it's
won't
Russ'
say it's
fault.
all his fault, brother. But
But it's
he's
I
been
didn't
coaching.
say
It's the
underwhelming,
all.
coaching,
bro.
man.
I
He
never
hasn't been
said
playing
all.
well at all.
He's at least the bulk of the blame. Him and AD's absence.
But
I
think
mean,
about this. But think about this. Most of the season before Avery Bradley, like Russell Westbrook, his two guard was Avery Bradley before they put Monk in the lineup. Then playing the number 3, what
I've
you
seen him
play
play
was
with worse two
Stanley
guards.
Johnson. I mean, Russell Westbrook is going to look terrible when he's playing alongside Avery Bradley and not Wayne Ellington. Why isn't
But
he
bro,
being packaged with Wayne
you
Ellington and Melo? Why
if we're
isn't he
being
surrounded by the personnel that we
But
got?
let's not even talk
we
about
got to be
Like,
real with it, bro.
come on,
Because you look
man.
at it, he missing a lot of layups. He making a lot of turnovers,
his
forced
wide open
turnovers.
shots.
He's
Yeah.
missing
Look,
wide open shots. They're not respecting him on his jump shot, his
He
3-point.
not even
So I mean,
taking
it's
shots.
part and part, but
Yeah.
it's not because it's just Vogel. He's just been
He
underperforming
not
this year.
controlling what he can control. Plus
hey,
miss
what's
free
up to the
throws.
panel, y'all? I just
What's
What's
up,
want to
going
say
Felicia?
on?
this because I
What
need
up,
to go back.
Felicia?
I need to go back to work. But at the end of the day, I don't know if Texas was talking about me. Damn right. If he was, damn right, I'm gonna defend Westbrook. Yeah, I am because I like Westbrook. Now, at the end of the day,
So you bias.
at
Okay.
the end
Keep
of the
going.
day, at the end of the day, I would tell you that Westbrook has been trashed this season.
Yeah,
And
she
she's
said
been
But
that.
you're
consistent
not
with
going
that.
to sit here
Yeah.
and say
$24 million
you talking about
and putting that shit on the
defending.
court.
You talking about I'm defending him?
Yeah,
No,
to
what I
Felicia's
am
credit, she's
defending.
always said he played terrible. I
Yes,
heard
what
that
I
a
Yeah.
lot.
am
Yeah.
Right.
defending. What I am defending is that Westbrook is not the only damn player on the team, and
Right.
he's
Yeah.
not the biggest problem.
Right.
That's
That's
what the
true.
problem
Facts.
is. Y'all want to
Yeah.
point fingers at one person, and guess what? It's no one person to point a
No.
finger at. I can point the finger
That's
at
true.
LeBron. I can point the finger at every
Yeah.
single player on this damn team, but I don't
Mhm.
even do that. We
Nah,
the
don't point at
problem.
LeBron, my girl.
I will
Sorry.
tell you, Vogel
No,
is
LeBron
the
wanted him there.
Vogel is the problem.
LeBron
Yep.
ain't want
At
him
the
there.
end of the day, if
Yep.
y'all look at this dude, when you
Mhm.
call a timeout, you're supposed to be there drawing up a play. This dude don't draw up plays. You tell me how
Not
many
at all.
you tell me how many plays that you remember that the Lakers have ran more than one time this season.
Yeah.
I could tell
That
you.
tells you that he does not draw up plays. That's why
Mhm.
we got these one-dimensional players. They're not
Mhm.
defensive players, and the players that we got are old and they can't shoot the way that they used to.
They
Yo,
can
So you
they
get in the
wide
boat
open
and you
though.
just let them go to work. That's not coaching. This dude is getting paid to coach to do what? Just to give them the ball and let them make their decision on the floor? No,
Yep.
that's not coaching.
Yeah. Felicia right about this, y'all. It's completely
No,
Vogel,
yeah.
Usually
man.
all LeBron
You
coaches
not
is
you
like
not
that.
you
The
not
only
putting
one he had
Westbrook in
that wasn't a
positions to
puppet was
be able
Ty
to be
Lue.
successful.
Exactly.
but you also got to listen to what Felicia's saying. She's saying yes, Vogel is part of the problem, but Westbrook
But
has
they're
been
playing like
underperforming
trash.
though.
Right. He's
He's
Sure.
been bad.
underperforming
He has
but he's
been bad. Very bad.
underperforming, due to the positions he's being he's placed in. You're asking him to be a playmaker and do this, but how can he play make when he's kicking out to the wrong personnel that shouldn't be on the court? He should be
Exactly.
kicking out to scores to shooters that we got. We
You
got
saying
Ellington on
wrong
the
though,
court.
but these
We got
dudes is getting
Melo,
wide open shots.
But here's the
But
thing.
see, but that's part of the
but they're
problem.
not
Our
being
players can't
utilized
shoot.
enough. Wayne
They're
Ellington isn't
not.
a high usage player
Trust me,
like he
fam.
should be.
I see worse players on other teams make their name off of those same shots.
Yeah,
So
But
it's
At
not.
loyalty,
the
can I
end of
just
the
say,
day, this
there's players on the Lakers that's getting a lot of high usage that should not be getting high usage. Ellington should be a
No, for
player that should
sure.
be getting a
I
lot of
said
high
that too.
usage.
Yeah.
Melo should
bro,
be getting a high usage. There's a lot of score like shooters.
Not
Monk should
Austin
be getting
Reeves and
high
Stanley
usage.
Johnson. They shouldn't be high usage
Yeah, they
players.
shouldn't be getting a lot of high use. They should be
Yeah.
like spot minutes. They should
Yeah.
be spot minutes
I
playing
mean,
in certain little
Yeah.
parts of the game. We got Augustine. He should be playing. He should be playing hot. He should be playing a hot. He should be a high usage player. So you got three
okay.
guys in Melo, Ellington, and Augustine who
you
we just
shut up,
got,
Chop
who should
Lord.
be a high usage player. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
And they're not. They're not being
Can
put
I
in
add to
position
this?
surrounded with Westbrook for him
Can
to
I add to
even
this
be a
though?
great playmaker.
Okay, can I add to this? Okay, everybody deserves blame outside of Reeves, outside of DJ Augustine, because he just came to LA.
Reeves
Everyone from the
deserves
top
blame.
down,
You
from
bugging.
okay, I mean, well, okay, not the substantial amount, but and LeBron deserves some, but not
Yeah,
much.
not
But the only thing
substantial.
is, but Pelinka deserves a lot of the blame. Jeannie Buss deserves much of the blame because she's very ambivalent. She's indecisive. But Pelinka's just trash. Vogel, yes, to what Felicia said, he doesn't know shit of what he's doing. And then
Vogel's
on the court,
he's terrible.
Russ and
Period.
Russ and AD deserve the bulk of the blame, and then the team as a whole with the inability to allocate themselves defensively and effort. So everyone deserves
Well,
some blame.
exactly, and that's
Let
what I'm
me
trying
tell
to
Yeah.
y'all
say.
this though. Let
No,
me
no,
tell
Everybody
y'all this.
deserves
yeah,
blame.
And a lot of people
yeah.
gonna get mad at me at this take. All that was still true, even when we won. We still Genie. They was the same people. So guess what? If everybody was healthy, even none and everybody, we would have probably won a couple more games. But it starts with AD. Him hurt, Lakers ain't doing shit. I'ma just keep going back to
I'm
that
tired of him
point.
too. Yeah.
I got a question for the panel, man. If we had Mike D'Antoni, I
Mm.
guarantee you,
Offense would be better.
an offensive
Our
minded coach,
offense
them
would be better.
shooters
It
would have
ain't our
been.
offense though.
You start
It's
AD at
defense,
center.
exactly.
Cause
You
I
start
seen
Nah,
AD
him
at
miss
ball is
center.
some
life.
baskets from
Ball is
just
life.
as hot.
AD deserves 40% of this blame, bro. He got to get 40% or more.
That nigga gets
I agree.
60.
I agree.
I guarantee y'all, if we had a Mike D'Antoni, our offense, we would have Ellington playing more minutes. Monk would be playing more minutes.
Yeah, but
Stanley
fam,
Johnson
we would
wouldn't
be
be playing a
scoring
lot.
more, but our
So,
we
We
can't
would.
But
get
what
stops,
about
man.
Man,
defense? We've been struggling defensively though. That's the big thing
Yo,
because
we
we
That's
but
a
barely
put
big
up a
won a
lot of
problem
game.
points
too.
even now
We barely won
but
a
defensively.
game
but
when
that's
LeBron
but
had 56. That tells you a lot.
have y'all
right.
looked at our coaching staff? Look at our coaching staff.
Terrible.
We ain't got no
Name
staff.
one
Terrible.
player. There's only one coach on that team, well, maybe two,
Terrible.
that has championship experience.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even with
And he
Jason
wasn't,
Kidd as
and
the
to me, he
assistant
wasn't
coach.
the biggest. He wasn't when he was with Miami. Talking about
Mhm.
what's the coach name?
David Fisdale,
Yeah,
our
Fizdale. When
assistant.
he was with
Mm-hmm.
Miami, it wasn't like it was all on him.
Right.
Coach Spoelstra was doing the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the fact that if you look at our coaching staff, this was the staff that the Lakers organization put together. There's no way you got nothing but veterans on this team. Them veterans ain't gonna respect them dudes. Those are
Yeah.
nobodies out there,
Yeah.
yo.
And we got to give
They're
LeBron,
nobodies.
and we also got to give LeBron some credit here. Now look at this. Miami, he's been surrounded with shooters. Cleveland, he's been surrounded with shooters. He go to LA. Everybody want to
No
say, "Oh,
shooters.
LeBron chose the roster, this and that." He don't listen to the coach. He dictates everything. The
Even the
offense
year
runs
we
through him.
won, them niggas couldn't
If
shoot.
that was really true, I guarantee you, Ellington would be getting minutes. Melo would be a high usage player. All this. He's really trying to buy into Frank Vogel's system, and it's not working.
That's a
It's not
fact.
working.
The year
It's
we
not working.
won, Danny Green was the worst he ever been in his career. We still
Right.
couldn't shoot that year. The bubble,
Yeah.
he was horrible.
Yeah. LeBron's trying to buy into this system, the Frank Vogel system, and it's not
And
working.
I'll just say
They
why I'm
trying to
very
surround him.
I'll just say why I'm very mad at Russ because I mean every time I see this guy play, it infuriates me more because it's like it makes me more mad because you $40+ million for this shit right here, and the problem is that everybody keeps saying he's a star. Now, see, I understand other guys have roles, but when you have AD and Russ, you should elevate the team with LeBron. That's why you're getting paid all that money because your responsibility, the burden is higher. Like Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility, and he's not care. He's not care. Him and AD. AD's not even on the floor.
Well, don't forget the Lakers didn't. You making it seem like like he didn't deserve his contract. He deserved his contract. At the end of the day, he's having a terrible ass season. Period.
Oh,
Period. Point
I
blank.
called it from the gate. This is going to be his hardest
I knew
coaching
this is a
job.
I knew this is going to be a
Yeah.
terrible year for him.
Got a question. If Russell Westbrook can't shoot and he can only drive to the rim, what
He
should
can
he be
barely do that.
surrounded by? What should he be
By
surrounded by?
shooters.
I mean,
By
bro,
By
shooters.
you
shooters.
So
you
why in
keep
the
saying
hell
that
all
you
season they ain't
no,
surrounded this dude with that? And they
no,
Well,
got
bro,
the
you
personnel.
keep saying that, but he's been missing a lot of
but
layups. He's been having a lot of turnovers. Like I get
hey,
it.
Because they've
hey,
It's
been
not
Bobby.
all
asking
on
him.
him, but
They,
it's a point where we gotta do some self
but
accountability for
but
him as well, brother.
true.
Yeah,
But you gotta
You
ask.
are
I
absolutely
But you gotta
correct,
say
understand
this
Mama.
Bam's
though.
point
But you
because
gotta look at this
him,
though.
LeBron, and AD have played how many games together?
Not
Like if
even
he,
20
It's
games.
not even
yeah,
20, yeah.
if Russ
Right under
played with
But
20.
you
them
Not
gotta
for
even
look at
20
20
this with
games,
games
he would
Russ.
look
together.
way better.
But
His
you gotta look
offense
at
would be more flourished. Everything would be better.
right.
He would
And you
just
gotta
look
look at
better.
this and you
Yeah,
gotta look at this with Russ as well too.
yeah.
This is his first year with the Lakers, right? In and out of the lineup with LeBron and AD. And they've been asking him to play different roles. First, this beginning of the year, let Russ be Russ, let Russ be Russ. Then they changed him to where he's just off the ball, being a screener, cutting, trying to create his offense that way and post ups. They've been asking him to do a lot. So you can see why his play has been real inconsistent. Because I was the one that was blaming Russ the whole season. But now
Hmm.
through this game, I'm looking at it, I'm like, this is a tie game in the fourth. Why isn't Vogel?
Yo, fam, can I ask y'all a
Mm-hmm.
question? Why,
Mm-hmm.
when we play teams like the Mavericks, we play like the Clippers, and if you watch the Celtics, you watch the Nets, even with KD, they rotate two bigs in all game. Why we the only
Mm-hmm.
team that don't do that when we have bigs? Why would we rather put in a Stanley Johnson or a Trevor Ariza to play the 4 or the 5? Like, why
You
do
don't
we
want to
do
Ariza
that?
out there.
But man,
No,
we
when we
don't even
had
got a.
Ariza was in for a good 7 to 10 game
It,
sample size, big playing.
and,
But see, that's the
and I got a
problem.
question for y'all. Why the teams, why the coaches play certain line? Why the coaches go to small ball?
Yeah, how did Ariza get the starting job over DeAndre? I don't
Well,
understand that.
actually,
DeAndre,
actually, DJ had got the starting job over everybody. Put it like
yeah,
that.
and
No,
he
He
but
should
what
have.
for
That was
7 games?
no. I'm talking about the beginning of the
in the
season, man.
beginning when he
Yeah,
was
We
couldn't
played him
keep
like
up with
20 games
nobody, and
together.
yeah.
yeah,
I'm
they,
I'm talking about after, way after that, because he played a good
'Cause
7, 10 games
that's
starting, and then
Vogel,
he
man.
didn't
You
play for
know,
30 games.
this is the problem with Vogel. He do not play bigs. He didn't do this with freaking Montrezl Hero last year, even with Drummond. You know what
And
I'm
if you play
saying?
Golden State, you're
But
gonna have to
my thing is
exploit.
Felicia,
You know,
who
Hey, he
who in the
fired after the
who in the
season, y'all.
NBA history has played like this?
Has played
I
like
wait
this.
for one. Yeah, not even Golden State. In their prime
Yeah.
years, Andrew Bogut was a
yeah,
big fact.
Bogut.
Like their bigs was
Oh
big.
They even had
yeah.
Easily was playing
Yeah, they
sometimes
was
off
playing
of the
clutch
backside help
minutes.
and stuff. Yeah.
Look,
Looney,
you gotta have a big out there. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
yeah,
it's
a
just a
big
combination of
rotation of
everything.
bigs.
They're
Hmm
gonna have to
It's
beat Golden
just
State that way in a series because you can't chase those guys all around for an entire series. I mean,
Yeah, it's not gonna
you
work.
know,
They gonna get the
it
best of you
it took
small ball
LeBron having a
guys.
crazy night just to barely win. That's not a. It's
barely
Exactly.
not.
win.
I mean, of course, AD wasn't there,
With
so I
Steph
so I kind of
disappearing and Clay
yeah.
playing bad.
Clay's
Yeah, I
not
know that ain't
acclimated.
happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But but we can say AD wasn't in there, so I mean, we can say that. So maybe LeBron went out. There had to be that heroic, for them. I don't know. I
AD
mean,
was a question before the season, and he's a question
yeah,
now. He's a
he's a
question every
question
time
now.
he come back from injury.
hmm
Even when he's playing good, Felicia, he's a question because you know why? You waiting for him to see when he gonna get hurt, and that's sad.
I know, and that's how he plays though. That's if this is we watching him play, right? And
Hmm.
we think this. Imagine him, the player.
Exactly. Yeah.
He's going to be timid, so he's not
Yeah.
going to do
I
everything that
told Kareem
everybody
that
know that
he's been
he's
playing
capable of doing.
not to get
Derrick
hurt
Rose.
all season.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Playing not to get hurt. You might as well just freaking sit your ass on the
You gonna
bench.
get hurt. My
Look
coach
at Derrick
always
Ain't no
told me
Rose.
need to
that.
be out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And teams go small, man, for spacing. And we go small ball and we have no spacing. So what's the point in
Yeah,
playing small?
exactly, fam.
What's
Thank
the
you.
point
You
in
took the
playing
words
small?
out of my mouth.
What the hell is the point in playing small?
it's
We
kind
go
of sad that
small
we've been.
even worse.
Like what type of coaching job is
It's
this, dude?
it's just sad to me because we've literally been saying all this same stuff all year, and it's like we see this, and
Mhm.
The
it's
coach, the
sad
coach
that they
don't
don't
see
see
it.
this, and
They're doing
It's like, man, I would really love to just talk about some good ball and then some actual, different takes. But it's like they just been so inconsistently bad on all parts. It's like, man, this is just getting out of hand, man. It's just
Can
getting out of
somebody
hand.
tell me why they brought in Gabriel?
exactly like why you bring this dude? He's sitting on the bench and he can't get no
They
play.
should be
To
playing
try
him.
him out.
It's Frank
They
Vogel.
should.
A game like tonight is a time to try him out.
Yes, we
I
can
went.
use his energy.
Yeah, I went back to watch his time in Portland. Portland in the bubble, or I think it
His
was
Oh
Portland.
highlights,
yeah,
yeah.
yep.
Yeah, he was
killing it.
decent, man. He was all right. That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
why are you not playing him?
But his
It's
energy,
dumb,
his
man.
effort and energy, that can be contagious. Like look at Austin Reeves. Like, when he out there, he play hard every time.
You
know what I'm
just
saying?
throw him out there, Felicia. You know why? Just because nobody else is definitively looking better anyway.
Right.
And these guys
exactly.
been playing all year. So it's like, what do I have to lose?
Like
That's all I've been
I
saying
even
all
said it.
season.
I
Yeah.
don't even know if he gonna get playing time.
It's
And
He
it's
probably
nobody
only
looking
won't.
so
15 games
special
left.
to where it's like this guy can't play. There's nobody looking that special. I don't
Th-
care.
This just let me know with the what was the guy who they just cut from the two-way contract?
Tickle.
Saquon. Yeah, that mean they wasn't gonna play him either.
No, but
They wasn't
even
gonna
when
play
we did
him either.
have him,
Yep,
he didn't get no playing time.
They
he
keep
wasn't
playing
gonna
these
play.
guys' careers, and that's just
It's
not
like,
right.
but even look at DJ Augustin. I'm sorry, he should get some more playing time because he is a better shooter than Russ. But people were saying that he's better all around than Russ. No, he's not. Let's stop the cap there. But what I'm saying is, like, I don't know who was. I think it was you, Bonner, that said when you feel like Russ isn't doing what he should be doing the right
Yep.
way, sit his butt down and put in DJ Augustin because he's more than capable of running the point and getting other people involved, and he can hit the three.
And they'll respect this shot. At that point, it's justified. When Russ is messing. What's up, bro?
Oh no. Do you agree with this? Because I think Vogel's his moniker in his entire career, coaching wise, has been defense. He's more like a coordinator, like the NFL. All he knows is defense, but he doesn't have the personnel to defend properly. So when it comes to
now he gonna look bad.
when it comes to offensive guys, he's kind of like in limbo because he doesn't know what the hell he's doing offensively.
That's exactly what I've been saying across all. That's what I've been saying for about the 2 weeks now, bro. It's exactly that. It's exactly that. You see it with look at how many games this year have we seen a player hot and then they immediately get subbed out for no reason.
He's got no feel for offense. Yeah.
Right.
How many games this year have we seen? We need a crucial point, and you see one player get the ball. There's no movement, no play drawn up, and everybody watching that player play one-on-one. That's coaching.
Yeah,
I'm tired of saying about the same stuff, man.
And you know what did it for me with Tom Thibodeau? Not to bring him and Vogel in the same, but that defensive mind when Kemba came back and got like 47, he just wanted to show like, bro, there's no way I should be sitting on the bench for 10 games. It's players that never did, it's superstars that never did this in their whole career. I'm in the garden, I'm home.
And you know the sad part about that, loyalty, that what I've heard people say, let's bring on Tibbs if he get fired. Yeah, okay.
That's a bad issue. Yeah, that's the same thing almost.
Literally. Tibbs looked good when he had D Rose and he had that personnel, but now you gotta actually coach. Now you gotta coach some players up. Now what?
Man. Wow. We could have had Ty Lue.
Yep.
Make me sick every time I think about it. But that's front office though.
Like I said, y'all, I don't know how you not pick your own.
And can we stop saying this?
He won the title. Tyron, he won the title with the Lakers, yo.
Disrespected him.
Exactly.
Can we stop saying this? LeBron chose. He wanted Russell Westbrook. No,
I heard he didn't.
When you want somebody, it's your first choice, and you go out the way to get him. He didn't want him. He just dealt with it.
The last resort.
He chose him over Buddy.
He was the last resort. Well,
everybody would choose him over Buddy Hield.
Exactly.
Like I keep saying. No one in their right mind, no one did not see that Westbrook would be playing like this year.
Bad.
Like no one foresaw that at all.
Right.
Like I'm like I told a few people the other day, because I kept hearing how he turns it on and all that stuff. So I was just banking on that. Okay, you feel me? he can turn it on. He can be that impactful player. But
I
I
give
don't know,
one
man.
journalist credit, D-Bonner, and it's Tim Legler. He called this shit
Yup,
10 games in that
I,
man
I,
should be coming off the bench.
on Get Up. I remember
Yep.
looking at that video.
And he was so humble in the approach. It was no disrespect like Charles or nothing. It wasn't nothing like that. He was literally gave a technical and real logical reason why they need to do that now. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And this was before they started the big losing. That was 10 games in. So he saw it.
This is where we at.
Yeah.
Wow. So what do y'all think we should do off season, like moving forward? Off season.
I'll tell you.
What's the first move y'all would make, or what would y'all try to do?
I'll tell you, I'm a LeBron fan. He needs to force his way out. He won't do it though. But for the
First
Lakers'
move,
sake,
First
I don't
move,
know.
fire the coach.
Yeah,
That's the
That's
first
the
move.
first move for real.
I
It's
agree
really the coaching, because
wholeheartedly
we'll
with
be in
that.
a whole different
Yeah,
situation with a
because
different coach.
you got to get a good coach in there that that has the mindset, and then you gotta reach out to the coach and be like, okay, what players should we go with?
You, you,
I don't know who put this team together outside of AD, LeBron, and Russ. I don't know. I understand
LeBron.
they wanted Monk. Yes, we wanted Monk because we wanted him a couple years ago. But as far as the other players on this team, we're the shooters. You know what I'm saying? Outside of Meadow.
You ask me though, if everybody's healthy with Kendrick Nunn, and then
See, yeah.
AD don't get hurt, I think we a good team. I
I
think
think you're
we're
a
a
fifth,
good
fourth
team.
seed. I think
And
fifth,
you got to
fourth.
think,
Probably,
Felicia, like
maybe.
Trevor Lane, he said we will probably be the 6th seed, so we more sexy when it comes to the trade deadline. People would want to, the trade buyout market. We probably got somebody, but they didn't get a chance to. That's why I said they didn't even control what they could control. So not only
right.
did Vogel and everybody and the injuries, like made the problem even worse by not hitting free throws, not winning the games you were supposed to win. He
Yep.
pointed out 10 to 15 games there was no reason we should have lost. So
Yeah.
didn't even. So
Ha,
even through a
ha,
bad season, we
But
looked
even
even worse. Yeah.
on the last
and go ahead.
live, I said if Kendrick Nunn was healthy and all this, man, the season would be different.
For
But
sure.
if
He's
this
a difference
dude,
maker.
true, but I kind of take that back now, man. I don't think it'd be this
Wow.
bad, but I still think we would be a low seed because of the coaching, man. Like when we really break this down, man, seriously, it's just
AD,
poor
man.
lineup choices. It's poor lineup
Poor,
choices, man.
very. Yep.
It's really just bad coaching, man. At the
It's
end of
just
the day, you got to know who to
right.
get the ball
It
to.
was
You
hard to
got to
coach
know
with
who to keep
everybody
the
healthy.
ball out of certain people's hands in certain crucial moments. You got to know how to set up stuff, and that's one thing when it comes to these coaches that get hired. They know all the X and O's, but they don't understand game situations. Like I like player coaches like Chauncey Billups, Tyronn Lue,
Yeah.
Doc Rivers, because these guys have experience. They know get the ball to the stars, get the ball to the bucket getters, and let them go for 2
Can I
straight
add to that?
possessions to get them to catch a rhythm. Like it's about rhythm.
And can I add to that? Because I noticed a new trend. Obviously, we're in the 20s, so the antiquated, nostalgic coaches like Phil Jackson, players don't respond to those guys. They respond to like you said, player-friendly guys like Tyronn Lue, Chauncey Billups, the player-friendly guys. And I think that these guys will respond better to a guy like those guys. LeBron obviously did it. I think that, Monk and those guys will do the same thing. But they
But
don't
I'll
have
say
that.
this.
Yeah.
But I'll
That's
say this.
exactly why I said
But
in the
I'll say
off
this, though.
season,
All
go
those X-
outside of
Go
go
ahead.
outside of the Laker family when you're looking for coach. We
Yeah.
can't keep recycling these guys who they're part of the Laker family. We got to look on the outside, man. At
The
this point,
only And the only reason why Phil Jackson, coaches like Phil, Pat Riley, Popovich were successful is because they understood, look, we're going to force feed Duncan.
They
We're going to
understood their
force feed
players.
Kareem. We're
Pop
going to
could
get it
fix
to the
this
star
though.
players. We're going to get it to our playmakers. Everybody is not going to be live. We're
My
going to run
thing
the
is
offense
this,
through
guys. Let
these
me ask you a
particular
question.
guys only,
With the
and you
best,
guys
greatest
create
coach
off
in the
of that.
world.
That's
ahead,
what
Felicia.
makes them. That's what made these coaches be able to win with these star players because they get the ball to their star
With the
players.
greatest coaching in the world, you throw him in this situation. How
Mhm.
many more games do you think he
I think
wins
Pop could
versus
fix.
how
I
much
think
Vogel won?
Which coach?
Pop,
Which coach we
Pop would
talking?
have won more. Pop would have won like 7 more. I
Even
believe.
with
I
with
believe
the
he could have
same
done it.
situation that
I
happened
believe he
with
could
Tim
have done
this
it.
year.
Yes.
Pop would have
Which
Yeah,
won
how
more
which
many
than
coach are
him.
we
moves? We
talking
the
about?
10th
Which
seed
Phil
which
now.
coach
Jackson
are
would
we
have won
talking
more.
about?
All right, we the 10th
Popovich.
seed now. What are we, the 8th seed with Pop?
What Pop?
We
Oh,
we'll
I'd
be
say
with
seven.
we a
Yeah,
Pop.
2
6.
seed. We a top 3 seed.
Man,
Nah,
Pop
not
is
with all the
magic,
stuff
dude.
we had. Nah.
We're a
Man,
top
we'll
three
be.
Yes,
seed. Do you see what
6
he was
seed.
able to do with the San Antonio Spurs when Duncan and all them was in their late 30s? In
Yep.
Yeah,
2014 and 2013, they made
those teams
back-to-back
wasn't
finals trips.
those teams wasn't
2019
depleted
playoffs.
with
They shouldn't have
Duncan
been in there.
missing too
What?
many games. Duncan didn't get
Man,
hurt 4 times in the same
Now,
season.
now Pop would help this
man,
thing.
I think Pop will be able to
Yeah,
get
because
us,
they
make us a
definitely won
top
with
3,
Kawhi.
4
You
seed.
right. Kawhi hurt. They won still. You're right.
Yeah, we would be a top 3, 4 seed with
Yeah,
Popovich's coaching because
Popovich.
he's
Uh-huh.
gonna know. Okay, look, LeBron's out. This is what we got to work with. Melo, get on the
He said
block.
he would have pulled Russ after 10 games. Balls life. Come up here, balls life.
I would have too, man.
He would have made Russ adjust a lot. Yeah,
Yeah, a
Yep.
whole lot.
but he also would have put the right personnel around Russ.
Hey, Jeremy King, I totally agree. Good comment. I wish Kareem was here so he could pin that up.
Because
They need to be
Pop is
kicked out as
Yeah, Pop
advisors.
make the decisions up there too.
Pop is the only coach left of old fabric that can still commandeer and dominate a locker
Pop
room.
coach and general manager.
Yeah.
He make the
Yeah,
decisions
exactly.
too, like the
Like
trades and
Pat
all
Riley
that.
used to do.
Hey,
Question,
Kareem, you up?
to the panel. Question
Hold
to
on,
the panel.
hold on, real quick. It's people
For
in the
sure.
backstage. Kareem, you up? Somebody got his number or something. Hit him up.
Kareem snoring.
Question to the panel. If Mike D'Antoni was the coach, Frank Vogel was the assistant coach, where you think our record would be?
That would be even better because we need somebody
Yeah.
we need a coach with some offensive
I
scheme.
Exactly.
What
I
do you
don't.
think, Kareem?
I'm not big on him, man.
He
But he
said,
will under.
nah,
I'm not
Hold
Kareem,
either.
on,
Pop
D
gonna have
Bunner.
a
You not
stroke.
But D
big on
Bunner.
D'Antoni?
I'm
But
not
D
Nah,
big on
brother. I'm
D'Antoni, but
not
he
big
would
on
be
him.
better than
Hold on, D Bunner. But
Vogel.
D Bunner, I
He's
agree with you. But he can get you 7 more wins, I think, in the season because he understands offensive fluidity, offensive consistency, and
Exactly.
rotations.
Space, floor
Space,
spacing,
yes.
everything.
We
Yeah.
Do
don't
you
have
know
an
Mike
issue
D'Antoni?
scoring. We
I
don't.
know
I
Mike
know.
D'Antoni hasn't won
no most
championships, but
you
he's
stay
led 8
backstage.
plus. He had 8 plus 50-win teams. Like he's a winning coach, even though he
Yeah,
hasn't won a
without
championship. There's a
Kawhi.
lot of winners that haven't won championships, but he's definitely a winning coach. He's not
Even
maybe
through
not a
Kawhi
championship coach,
turmoil, him
But
sitting out,
a
not
a
but
winning
he's
D
a
shit,
winning
he
Bonner,
coach.
still won.
I
a
mean,
D Bonner.
I see what y'all saying. And, you know, it's really. I really don't like him
But
as a
you're right. We
coach,
don't like
man.
him, though. We don't like him.
I
No,
don't.
none
I
of us
don't.
I
do.
I
don't
don't.
like him either.
I don't really see how him putting him in
But
on
look
this
at
team it fixes anything. Because if you see, we scored a high clip. In a lot of games we done lost. It's just
but
the defense,
a D
man.
Bonner, look at the Nets. Look at the
Nah,
Nets. That's because he's not on that staff no longer.
The Nets is
That
horrible too.
when
Them
Yeah,
is
they
they're
five
bad.
games
horrible.
out of
They are
500 and in the
horrible. If
East.
they had D'Antoni still on that staff, they'd be able to put in his plays, and it would be even better.
If the
Well,
Lakers was in
it's
the East, what would they be, y'all? With all the same stuff that going on.
Oh, I don't know. No, they wouldn't be in there. I don't think.
I
I
don't
don't think
even.
so.
it's
The
it's
East is
heavy out
tough.
east.
This is
The
hard
East is
this
tough.
year.
The East is tough.
Most,
yeah.
you
If
the
Mike
worst. Come
D'Antoni
up
was the
here.
coach, Mike D'Antoni the coach. Stanley Johnson definitely ain't playing. Reeves ain't playing. a lot of dudes ain't playing, man. It's gonna be nothing but shooters, man, for LeBron and Russ to operate. They're gonna look a lot better in D'Antoni's system. They said Russell Westbrook played his best basketball in D'Antoni's system
Yeah, I
offensively.
agree. Yeah, he averaged
So
27 and like 8. Yeah, great year.
if you got
Efficient.
Frank Vogel as
Efficient.
the defensive assistant coach to have Stanley and like the defenders, the
That could
primary
work.
defensive,
But
then he will
look
plug,
now
he will plug
defensively
and play
though.
those guys. He will
But,
plug and play those guys because you seen what
Kareem
D'Antonio.
up because he pinning comments.
But you
okay.
see what
Y'all
y'all see what D'Antoni was able to do with that Rockets
Bring
team.
Ball's life up here in the backstage, Kareem.
He's already in.
He's already in there.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Speak up, dude. I want to hear your take on Trevor Ariza playing.
Oh,
all
I ain't even
games now.
realize I was in here. Hold on. Yeah, you gotta stop making up that lie saying I said play.
We could bring it up, brother.
Howard.
We was
Ariza's
literally
awful.
going to look at their past games and all that. Stop it.
I never said that. I
Yeah,
said
all right.
play Ariza over DJ, but I want to be very, very clear. Since day one, I said start Dwight Howard because I knew Anthony Davis couldn't last playing center the whole season. So you could go back to Kareem's videos. I always said start Russ.
Nah, it was one point you said Stanley Johnson. Let's start him at the 5. Stop it, bro.
No, I said start Stanley
Oh,
Johnson. Oh my God.
no, I don't think he ever said that one right there.
Yeah, he
I
did.
said if you want to go small
After that
ball,
Utah
no,
game, the whole
there you
Laker
go, Ryan.
faithful thought
I
that
said
was
if
going to be
you
the
want
formula.
to go small ball,
put Stanley at the 3, LeBron at the 4, and AD at the 5. That's
I
what
remember that. Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, I'm not.
But peep this, y'all know Vogel did play Stanley Johnson at the 5 in some games, right?
Yeah,
A lot of games for 2
A lot
years.
of games. So
He's too small. He's only 6'7".
exactly. So I mean, I don't understand that.
He's
Yeah.
small, and guess what? He's a big on offense. He's worse
look
than a
like he's
big because he don't even
6'5".
He
look at the
won't.
basket.
You said he's what?
He look
He's
like
worse
he's
than a big
6'5".
on offense because he don't even look at the basket.
You do know he's a 2/3, right?
Yeah, he's
like more like a 3.
He's not
Yeah,
even
but
he's not even a power forward.
at all.
No.
exactly.
But like, bro, since day one,
He can't
I
beat a
have
big on
but
offense though.
loyalty,
Consistently.
you've been trying to shade Frank Vogel from the blame since day one. We all knew the real issue was Frank Vogel. As much as I slandered
You said I've
Russ,
been trying to shade Frank
No,
Vogel.
ready to give Vogel
you have been trying to say Vogel is not the problem. It's the
I didn't say
team.
that. This is what I said, Ball's Life.
Go ahead.
Like a game tonight, I could pinpoint 10 games where we gave up offensive rebounds, even when Dwight and our bigs in the game, and we missed over 10 free throws. Winnable games. So, like to take Trevor Lane, he pointed out 10 to 15 games, there's no way we lose, bro. And this is when AD and Russ was healthy. The players,
And
you got to do your job. So not only is it Vogel's his blame, but the players not doing nothing to help themselves as well.
I know
That's what I
Dwight Howard
said.
hasn't played much. I know he hasn't got much clock, but like
That
I'm
was
mad
my
at him
take
too
on that,
because
Ball's
I'm mad at Dwight Howard too because it's like because y'all at a point in the season he's over just fouling and getting hard fouls, racking up 3 quick fouls and stuff. It's like, bro, you're supposed to be a rim protector and this and that. Everybody deserves blame on this team in some way or another. And Dwight Howard, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
but y'all gotta understand, you gotta get playing time. He's not
true.
getting playing time.
And then here's why we can't even blame
Bad
Westbrook
coaching,
because
man.
The Russ apologists led by Miss Felicia, the queen of the Russ apologists fans. They have lowered the expectations so low. We can't even
Ball's Life, stop talking for 2 seconds.
Expectations so low
Stop
for
talking
AD.
for 2
Get out of here with
seconds.
that bull crap ball.
Felicia, you know what? Guess what? Ball's Life got to shut up because his boy AD, if everything goes perfect, guess what? Your boy Glassman still gonna get hurt and the season gonna be depleted.
Guess what?
So
every time here's the
he would have
funny
still
thing,
been
right?
the problem.
So Bonus is considered having a career year. Anthony Davis is considered having one of the worst of his career. AD's numbers are better than Sabonis.
That don't
mean
nothing. But you know what I've been saying all year. Sabonis though, if you look at, he's been putting up a respectable 19, 12 rebounds the last 3 or 4 years.
Though. That has no relevance from one to other.
No, I'm just saying I haven't lowered my expectations for AD.
This team was built around AD and LeBron.
I said he's
not available 90% of the
he's
time.
a top 5 player in the world, but what I said
he's not even top 5 now.
I know. I said top 10 then, but
I don't know about top 10.
I'm just saying Russell Westbrook has been a direct effect on Anthony Davis, and people can't say I'm making up.
Yeah, that's true.
No, he's been a direct effect on himself by not being available.
Since game 3 of this season,
AD is a top 5 talent in the NBA.
But without Russ, AD was killing it though. Without Russ, until when Russ got here, then all of a sudden he can't play. I mean, you know,
look at him. Look at Imani Bates for Memphis. Imani Bates was the #1 player coming out of high school. He just quit on Memphis. If you're not available, you do a disservice to your team off the rip.
Think about AD's last 2 years, right?
Hold on. Before you go, Ballers Life,
point guards, he flourished. When West got here, he screwed everything up.
Hey, go ahead.
Ballers Life, I fuck with you, though, man. I'm just saying, like, from the top down, like Elder says, everything was fucked, man. Think about it, bro. All the egos on this team, you got Frank Vogel trying to handle that. He can't do that. You don't even have an assistant coach trying to deal with all the drama in the locker room that's going on between all the old egos going on this team, especially with Westbrook, who's just a fucking cancer when it comes down to any goddamn locker room because he doesn't want to make any sacrifices. Russell Westbrook.
See, that kind of negates it.
Face value, like this was like if the things weren't aligned. I mean, this is what talk, but I'm only saying this based off because my OG's been a Lakers fan since
This the guy who was going at it with Elder, right?
78. No. That's not me. My OG's been a Lakers fan since 78, man. So I mean I always hated the Lakers because I never I'm not from Cali or none of that shit, but like my OG always just fuck with them. So I just know the whole organization. And it just reminds me of the Bulls organization.
Need to be happy with the Lakers, man. If
no, they won a lot of chips, bro. Don't get that wrong.
Magic wouldn't win with this team.
I love LeBron.
But Magic
I'm just talking about family-owned organization. You just pass everything down to the person who shouldn't get the job, but you just run it through that person off of the last name value. You know what I'm saying? Like it happened here in Chicago with the fucking whole White Sox, Cubs, Bulls organization, all that shit too. So I see the Lakers, but it's just sad to the point that it's gotten to, man.
Kareem, Magic Johnson wouldn't win with this team neither, bro. He only hit 325 threes in his career, so he would be shooting just like Russ.
Let me put this out here though.
You're not just gonna slip that in there like you're saying.
I'm not slipping it in there. I'm telling you facts.
Kareem, hold on. Did you just say if you place Magic with Russell Westbrook, this team wouldn't be better?
No, I said he would be looking like Russ, like from the 3-point line. If he was here.
Can I ask y'all a question? What do you think Phil Jackson's best trait as a coach was to do?
Best trade?
Yeah, like as a coach. Like he wasn't the best X's and O's coach, in my opinion. I'm saying Phil Jackson himself.
I thought you
he would just get all the superstars that they had. You got to think about the team that he had. He was able to manage all the egos of the dudes on that team.
And
I'm saying for the Lakers to work, that's what y'all needed was somebody like him. But y'all have Frank Vogel, who's a defensive-minded coach, and then I guess,
and he's not
because Jason Kidd was there. If you think about it, when y'all won in the bubble and shit,
he
was there. You at least gotta have one.
Was very
look at him in Dallas.
Very vital to manage everybody's egos. If you're being real about it, man.
If you listen to Shaq and Jordan did it on The Last Dance. He talked about that a lot. Shaq always talked about that. Kobe talked about a lot. How Phil used to get in their mind with these Zen things and all that.
That's what he's known for. It
works. A team like this with egos and all that.
Psychology.
He used to challenge Shaq and tell Shaq, man, I bet you can't play the whole game. And he would force Shaq to play the whole game. Like mentally that'll get him.
Frank
I bet you
Vogel
can't become
ain't letting his hang like that.
He ain't gonna do that.
That's kind of what I'm saying.
Like Frank Vogel, he's not using common sense. With LeBron and Russ on the court, you're supposed to surround them with shooters. And then my thing is, you see Russ, Melo, and Monk. Their chemistry is totally off. So what you're supposed to do is put LeBron in with Wayne Ellington, Monk, Melo, straight shooters around. And then
but ball is life.
That's what I was thinking.
Hold on, hold on.
Yeah, was it only surrounded with shooters, right? When we go to our shooter lineup, Monk, Austin Reeves, they be
no. I said Monk, Ellington.
I'm just saying I don't care about the lineup, but I've seen lineups with straight shooters, even Ellington in.
But with Russ,
guess what? These dudes miss wide open shots still.
No. That's the problem. They're
still missing the wide open shots because they used to missing wide open shots. That's why Dwight don't perform.
Damn, AD or LeBron never got hurt. Think about this. You could have just had AD and LeBron sit on the bench, rest up, and have Russ running with the second stringers out there with straight shooters.
That was the ideal situation.
But hey, injury does play a part in it when it comes down to it. You didn't have any depth because you kind of spent money on a bunch of superstars. And then they don't really build up any of like the G Leaguers who come up who they just buy out like that. Like the newer teams who are successful kind of do.
I watch a lot of these games.
If the Lakers kept last year's roster, they would have been a 1 seed or 2nd seed this year.
Nah, not because AD.
Yo,
most of the shooters. Most of those shooters.
That game the other night,
we gotta stop
not playing a lot of
balls.
Like that
game.
Hold on, real quick, because
you can't count on AD.
Let me just say one thing, balls. Life, and you could go. That game when LeBron had 56, it was a time in the game when we was 5
AD has had Schroeder and Russ the last 2 years. 2 scoring point guards who do not worry about getting the big man involved. There is no coincidence that in 2018 and 2020, when AD had Rondo and Cousins, LeBron and Flash McGee, those were his 2 best seasons. That's where the Lakers need to prioritize getting AD a point guard
and with the Pelicans, Drew Holiday.
But hold on, Texas,
what?
this is where you break dudes like Ball's life down on national TV. With all that being true, two things could be right. Even with all that being true, he still was going to get injured.
Exactly.
That's the side of it.
No, I want to come in there and say y'all fired the whole medical staff last year for this nigga, man.
It
And
wasn't
they
even medical staff,
still
bro.
get hurt. Like,
Yo,
what?
fam,
It's not
it
bro.
wasn't even medical staff. It was this. The whole world was looking to see how AD would come in. Would his body be strong? He got muscle tone now, or no? He's still looking like the same player.
He's not working out.
Okay, and let's clarify these two
He's
injuries.
not doing nothing
One
different.
injury. Hold on. One injury, a man fell into his knee. The second
Oh
injury,
man,
went
here we
through a
go.
bad
Blame
alley.
No, that's true.
Hold on.
We're not gonna
The
say they
ball is
weren't
life.
freak accidents. That's
Yeah,
the
it's true,
real
but
ballers
guess what?
life.
It can
Ball
happen
is
to
life.
It's
anybody.
okay, but we've seen players in this game
Can I
get worse freak accident injuries and
Can
still
I say one
fucking
thing
play.
about his life? Can I
Thank
say one
you.
thing about his
Damn,
was out.
bro.
KD was out 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, he got fired,
KD was out
but he
4
didn't
to
have
6
this person though.
Ball is hold on, Ball is like, can I say one thing, a few things to you?
That's
But
crazy.
KD is much more durable throughout his career than AD. And then here's another thing too, though. The thing that makes me mad about AD is every time he falls down, he's writhing in pain, rolling around like a biatch, and that's what pisses me off. It's like he needs to be gone. You got to get him out. You got to fire Vogel. You got to get rid of Russ, and you got to ship off AD for some good
Ball's
pieces.
life. That's what you don't understand about the NBA, bro. Only certain you probably understand it. Let me not say that. When you are good or great, you gotta go to a next level. The Kobe's. We seen Giannis do it. When the target is on your back, you want a chip. Okay, it was a narrative that LeBron was passing AD the mantle. That's a lot of pressure to still get better than what you thought was the height. Like now the pressure is really on you to hunt it now. So he failed in that attempt, bro. It happens. I've seen it happen to superstars in
going
their
off
career,
that logic,
bro.
right? You said LeBron passed the reins to Anthony Davis.
Yeah,
right?
that was the
Can you
narrative in
tell
the
me-
bubble.
Can you
That
tell
was
me who this
AD's
roster?
MVP to
No.
lose. He
Can you
lost that
tell me
MVP
who
to
this
LeBron.
roster was built around? What player was this roster built around?
What, bro? You
It was
gonna
actually
go?
two.
All
You
he's
gonna
trying to
go on
say
the
is
record
that
and
the
say that
was
was the
roster was
narrative
built
LeBron,
of
around
LeBron?
Hold
him
on,
and then
stop
it
it.
wasn't.
Don't blame. Hold on.
Hey, LeBron.
It was built
okay.
around LeBron, but at the same time, like he would have been facilitating, bro.
It's not at
That's
the
how you
same.
got to do. He was ready to
LeBron
make
was
that
getting
sacrifice,
older. We
dog.
passing the mantle
Yeah,
to
see,
AD. He had
okay.
Building an
came
He
offensive
was
into
with a
trying
his
to do
own.
what
37-year-old
Kareem
player.
did with Magic, bro. Stop it,
Okay,
man.
You're
okay.
talking
So
about
I
a
got a question for you.
I'm gonna keep
28-year-old
that
versus a
real. It
33-year-old.
just didn't
So
happen.
they
And
built
Felicia,
around
he was
LeBron
coming
James.
into his
We could
own. He should have
tell.
got MVP of that bubble, that
The
championship.
ball is
Exactly.
life.
He let
Okay, how?
LeBron get it.
Hold on. Okay, I got a question. How
Well,
old is
LeBron was
Anthony
gonna get
Davis?
it because
No.
Russ.
How old is Anthony Davis?
He's
Anthony
28.
Davis
Oh
is
man.
28.
You're maybe
So all
29.
I know is there are a bunch of 35-plus-year-olds around the same age as LeBron, right?
And hold on. But why are you building around a guy that old though? That's an indictment on AD more than anything. You're a decade younger than this dude, and
No,
you should be taking over.
no, he's trying to say that the roster was built around Westbrook, which it wasn't.
No,
No,
I said
that's
it's
not
built
true.
around LeBron.
That has
No.
no
I
bearing
said
on the point.
LeBron. It's been built around LeBron James.
But
Okay,
why
and it
though?
should be built around
That's
LeBron.
why LeBron's dropping 30 a game.
I mean,
No,
Exactly.
he's
The
dropping
roster
30 a
was
game.
built
But
Nah,
around
he ain't
that's
dropping
not
30 a game
available.
because
of this roster. He dropping 30
I want to
because of
say
his
this.
greatness.
So
LeBron
yeah,
and the offense was
I think
yeah, the record.
I think
Ain't got
someone
nothing to
hit
do
on
with the
it.
roster.
Someone hit on it earlier, and it made a very good point. Give AD the greatest point guard you can think of, who does everything for him, get him in his right spots, and just helps him with flourishing. At the end of
He'll
the
play
day,
better.
do you still think his body will
He
hold
still
up?
got hurt
Yeah,
in New Orleans in that
okay.
situation.
So
He had that.
y'all didn't. Okay, so
He had that in Drew Holiday
2018,
and Rondo and still got hurt.
Yep.
Not the players.
That's true.
Sometimes you got to look in the mirror, balls.
Oh my
Like
God.
it's
2000.
it's
Hold
something.
on.
It's a stat that y'all don't give LeBron credit for. Why he better than
Okay.
MJ? It's called durability. It'll
Longevity.
never
Yeah,
be talked about.
longevity.
Come on, bro.
Okay. So 2018.
Look at it. It's on NBA 2K. It
Oh
matters.
my goodness. I'm just saying,
Fatigue
Anthony
matters, bro.
Davis' two best seasons and most durable seasons, he played with the center next to him.
Yeah,
That's all I'm
DeMarcus Cousins. And
so
you need that next to him.
Yeah,
Cousins
and the bubble
would have
season
been better than
that
AD
saved them
in his
that
prime.
4 months
if
off. He would have got
AD
hurt
had
that
a
season too.
playmaking point guard and a center next to him, y'all could say this roster was built around AD. But straight offense and old people, this was obviously built around LeBron James.
You made that narrative off of what I said. That wasn't even my point.
But the
My
thing is
point
this.
was, let's say if it was built around LeBron, the narrative was he was passing to mantle the torch to AD. The whole world knew that. It was
should
his
be AD's
time.
team.
So, Brothers Life, you do know that AD eventually agreed to play in center, though. Don't forget that part.
And then he backed out of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Exactly. But my thing is
That
this:
was
don't
dumb.
agree to play a position that you know you don't want to play.
See,
He was able to he dominated in that role in the championship because we played against that small Miami.
There
That
y'all
was a
go.
small
And
sample
yeah,
size.
and our best
That shit
defensive
ain't gonna
player
work
was
82
like
games.
hurt.
There y'all go.
What's the dude?
It would have been great for double team. I'm not saying he's stopping AD, but the way we would have played and swarmed, and they had our big centers out there to hit threes because they could spread the floor. It would have been different, but the motherfuckers was hurt and Dragic was hurt.
Yeah, my
He
man.
dominated. He dominated in that shit though.
Exactly.
What happened
He
in
was
game one?
supposed to.
Hey,
But it was
what
what's
happened
up?
in game one? What happened in game one?
No, we got blown out, but like,
okay.
hey, it's all right. We ain't fold though. We still took y'all to 6 games.
Big facts. If Danny Green made that, it would have been down 5. But y'all did good.
Should have been 5. Yeah.
That just speaks to Spo's coaching ability. But I think man, I wish he would just stay big with Olynyk and Leonard.
Felicia, let me
would have been more difficult to go with. But
Felicia, let me ask you something. In the offseason, what are you doing to this Lakers team and to help us move forward?
Well, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm firing Coach Vogel. He got to go. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. And then whatever coach you bring in there, you have to consult with that coach. That coach has to have some type of say so in this roster. Period. Point blank. You know, they all got to be on the same page. And when I say all, I'm talking about the coach, LeBron, AD, if he's staying, and the coach, all of them. They all got to be on the same page. Next, I will get rid of Russ. I will have to try to get somebody else, for Russ. And then the big question would be, do we keep AD or do we get rid of him? I personally believe that I don't know how his health is, because people forget that he was injury prone in New Orleans.
Yeah.
He was the same AD as he is now. It's just that he's in the big market now of the Lakers, and you see them every game. You know what I'm saying? Every national TV game, he's on there. When he was with the New Orleans Pelicans, no, he wasn't on. You didn't know. People didn't watch him like that. But he's always been injury prone, so you got to be able to say, "Hey, I need to get rid of him now and get good pieces," or if you're gonna get rid of him later and don't get nothing at all. But I'm starting with the coach. I'm starting with the coach, and of course, it starts with the organization. You got to get a GM in there that's going to be able to make the decisions, and Jamie got to allow that person to make the decision. She should not be getting involved. She can't be having, the Ramesses and all these people in there, telling her what she should or shouldn't be doing.
Facts. That was a good take. Loyalty, what would you do, bro? You there?
I don't know what happened to him.
Ball, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What would you do in the off season?
That's a hard decision. Okay, first I'm a preference it like this. Depending on the run the Lakers make determines if I trade Anthony Davis or not. But the first thing, like Felicia said, I'm doing, I'm getting rid of Vogel the day after we get eliminated. Whenever our season is done, I'm firing him the next day.
Yeah.
Then Jeannie Buss is gonna have to grow. She's gonna have to tell Linda Rambis to calm down and fire Kurt Rambis. Then she needs to decide who's going to be the general manager president of basketball operations for the Lakers, because there's way too many people having inputs on who to trade, who to keep, who to bench, all this. She needs to decide on a GM and a president of basketball operations. Then, of course, I'm getting Russ up out of LA. Just send him away. Then I'm gonna look into doing one or two things: either going after Zach LaVine heavy, or building a nice, competent roster around LeBron and AD. So prioritizing a center, point guard, and some bench depth. And I want to re-sign Malik Monk.
Definitely that. Yep.
What about
you? Better offer him the right money.
Yeah.
Well, we know they cheap, so.
Yeah.
So, D-Bon, what would you do?
I'm coming in agreement with you and Felicia. First and foremost, and I'm gonna say this: we could come back and be a completely different team, win the championship. Vogel, he still got to go. I don't care. Yeah, at this point, he didn't show enough. I don't care if we do pull off a miracle. He got to leave. Secondly, and what Ball was talking about, Jeannie, she got too many ears in her. Mouths in her ears. Yeah, she got to limit that completely. It's been already a mutual agreement between letting go Russ. He wants to leave, so that's pretty much done. And then with AD, man,
I think that's the biggest decision out of all, right there.
Because I could, because I can see, because
it's an easy decision.
I like Jaylen Brown. I like Jaylen Brown. I feel like there's other complementary players, good players, who's durable, who we could bring on. So I'm not really sure with him right now. I'm really not sure with him right now at this point. It's sad, but it's like, man, it's kind of like a lose-lose situation almost.
Yeah, because if he can't get his body right, he's going to continue to be injury prone.
Man.
I don't understand. You play with the, what you say?
I said continue. What
yes, continue. Ball is life. Remember, I'm an AD fan. You have to understand. I watched AD in New Orleans on the Pelicans. This dude, you making it seem like he played every single game. No, he didn't.
He's never played an 82-game season.
Never played
it.
Stop it. You know how many games the last 2
years? I don't care.
Did you know how many games the last 2 years he's played? This dude played 1/3 of 2 seasons.
Okay, that's when he wanted out. That's
not good, man.
That's when he wanted out of New Orleans, man. Come on.
What is he doing now? You have to trade him.
So he was the first James Harden, but the pretending injuries. That's what you're trying to say, bro?
Yes.
Bro.
On the Lakers, since AD has been on the Lakers, he's played 1/3 of 2 seasons. That is not good.
Hold on, Ball is like.
He's talking 172 games. Well, 164 games.
Hey, Ball is like, can I just say one thing? Because you have to get rid of AD because the history has told you can't rely on this guy, and you have to be able to be rely on someone to keep him. Listen, LeBron James towards the end of his career. Do you want to capitalize? You're a LeBron fan. I am too. You want to capitalize on his last great years, and you can't do that with an unproven commodity when it comes to his health, like AD. You're taking risks. You got to get him out for some valuable younger pieces.
As an organization, at the end of the day, they have to make that decision because LeBron ain't gonna be here forever.
I wouldn't be mad on Jaylen Brown if they traded Anthony Davis for Jaylen.
That's a good pickup. That's a good. I don't know. When's the last time the Lakers did a trade with Boston though?
That's the problem.
That's the last time that's ever happened. Even though you guys are across conferences.
But Celtics still wanted AD though before he even came to the Lakers. So
but his dad
do a 3-way trade with, let's say.
So wait. So hold on. You gotta let me ask you.
The Bulls. So I don't know why Zach LaVine would go to
my favorite LeBron hater. What would you do this offseason?
I'm not a LeBron hater, man. If I was a LeBron hater, I'd be blaming all this shit on. See, at face value, you can blame LeBron just based off of I guess.
Nah.
So him putting himself in the situation, bro.
So being a Miami fan, looking out the outside, what would you do if you were the Lakers?
As a Miami fan, like, see, we would never be in this situation though, because we always restructure. We don't like, you know what I'm saying? We don't we
What you mean
we
y'all would
don't
never
just
be
be
in that
we don't just
situation?
be betting.
Y'all did the Wayne Wade dirty. So I mean, I'm not understanding.
No. I understand that too. I understand why he walked away because we never paid him. But at the same time, like just the sacrifice of being in the top peak shape when you're down there, though, like you just see what it does to like players. You get the best out of them.
That's Pat
Period.
Riley.
Yeah, that's that Pat Riley mentality. So hey, I think if LeBron was down there, he'd be more happy than he is right now where he's at in LA.
Hey,
Because
see
you know
what?
we have mad.
Can I
Look at
say
the whole team. We have mad shooters and defenders. That's all that nigga needs, man.
that's what I mean. I think
Yeah,
that
but if LeBron was there, if LeBron
But the
was there,
Lakers, I
Miami
can't
wouldn't
tell
even
you
be.
what to really do just because, like, from
LeBron needs to
management, I
leave.
trust Pat Riley when it comes to management. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I believe he'll always make, when it comes down to it, like that hard ass decision you got to make.
All right. So
You know what I'm saying?
I'll
Which is
ask
the
three
ugly
questions.
side of the NBA, man, when it comes to like players. But the Lakers, I can't tell you what they're gonna do, man.
All right, so okay, I got a question. Would you fire Frank Vogel?
I mean, you probably would have to if you wanted to fold to
it's
the
no
media,
question.
but if you wanted a defensive minded coach and you brought in like a assistant coach who's willing to like be like
Nah.
excellent, fuck that. At this point, you gotta go,
For the
man.
players, for
You
the
gotta,
players'
hey,
sake,
hire
no.
Mark Jackson, some other coach.
They
Out
won't
here
take Mark.
manage the egos.
So you would fire Vogel? Would you
Why
trade?
is he, man? I don't understand why he, man. That shit is crazy, yo.
Would you trade Russ?
Oh, I mean, Russ is obviously wants to get out of LA. I'm sorry, like at this point, you got to blow it up. Like, when have we not seen the Lakers do this? When it's like not a star who's been with the franchise forever.
Everything is gonna come out in the open
You
in the
know,
off season.
So far,
like they've benefited from having some of the best players who've ever played in the game, bro. Like generation to generation. So, I mean, they got to deal with like teams like Miami, like expansion teams, and just like small market teams that they deal with, which is getting talent to them. But you are obviously going to always want somebody in LA. But
so would you trade Anthony?
you gotta. It starts with Jeannie Buss though. She gotta either sell the team or decide to like put her foot down.
You got to step down.
Shit, man. That's all I'm saying. That's period. That's what it comes down.
But can I add one thing? Because the Lakers organization is not this heralded great. I mean, like franchise that I think is as attractive as it used to be. No one is really. I don't think people are clamoring to be in with the Lakers. The mystique is gone because. Yeah, I mean that's just my opinion.
Well, no, because you got a lot of players who still say they want to be out in LA, even just living out there.
Well,
so
yeah,
and you've heard it recently within
not because not for the organization purposes. It's for like Hollywood and all that. I understand it, but the organization in of itself is not what it used to be. The mystique is gone.
I've seen this happen with the Bears, with the Bulls. I'm just saying when you like pass it down to like family members and shit like that. When it comes to like
Jeannie is like Jerry Jones, she should step down.
Exactly, Jerry Jones. That's another one. The cow, but y'all just cursed until y'all put the right people in right
too many
position.
voices.
Stop trying to take all the credit.
It starts with her. It's Jeannie Buss. First thing, she needs to step down, and then you need to clean house from there on. You get rid of Pelinka because Jeannie Buss is honestly the biggest problem. Because,
but I disagree.
I don't know about next season. Though. You got to play out like
she's allowing stuff and not allowing certain guys to have power. Like Jerry Jones, same thing with him. I mean, that's where the head of the snake is Jerry Jones and her. I mean, I'm just saying.
Did you tell him to step down? Would you tell Jerry Jones to step down?
Yeah, he should have been gone like 8 years ago.
I disagree with her stepping down thing. This is a family business. You don't. That's one thing you don't do. I'm sorry. You don't destroy your father's legacy. If anything, she need to get it together. She need to hire someone that's capable of doing the job. And if you're going to hire them, you got to let them do their job. Let them make the decision. It's period. This is that simple.
Well, his legacy is being tarnished though, because when you took over,
yes, it is being tarnished right now. But at the end of the day, it ain't gonna be tarnished forever. You don't get rid of your father's legacy like that. This is something that her father built. You don't get rid of it.
My only question to you is this though: if somebody's gonna be that obstinate, I'm not saying stubborn. I'm saying not just her, even her brothers. I'm saying at a certain point, for the sake of his legacy,
like I said, she needs to. Okay,
Yeah.
before I say she needs to get rid of it, no, she needs to get a GM in there that's going to do the job.
But
Period. It's
But who would
no
tell her
ifs,
that
ands, or
though?
buts about that.
the only
Who would
thing
tell
is
her though
that's
that?
not
I
gonna
mean that
help
though.
because at the end of the day,
I have no idea if she can't understand what's going on right now. I don't know who would tell her.
that means
I
she
mean,
gonna
That's
have
I'm
what I'm
to
quite
saying.
cut
sure
off.
Magic said something to her about it. This is not what her father wanted with this organization. But no,
Yeah.
you don't tell somebody this is family owned something that her father built for her to go and just sell it or throw it away. You don't do that.
Well, something's got to
True, but
change for the organ.
it's
You know,
kind of
I don't know.
down like it's got to adapt with the times and just tell the people who've been there forever, be like, look, you got to take
It's,
advice from
But
these people
somebody's
too,
got to
and you
tell
got to
her
think
that
about
though.
it as well.
no,
It's
she
kind
should
of
be able
down.
to see that after
Yeah.
Yeah,
this
that's
year. She
true.
should
That is
see that.
true. That's true. Yeah, experience. Yeah.
But that means she will have to cut off her friendship with Linda Rambis.
No, you ain't got
As
no. If
long
you
No,
got to
you
do
ain't got
all
to
that,
cut
then
off
we're
the
friends. You ain't
okay,
got to cut off
Just
no one.
let's be
separate your
realistic.
personal
Business
life from business.
and yeah,
It's
Okay,
that
Exactly.
simple.
that's true, Demon. But as long as Linda
like with her and her
Rambis
brothers.
is Jeannie Buss' best friend, Kurt Rambis is gonna have a lot of say in that organization. Because all he'll
Again,
do is tell his wife what to tell Jeannie Buss to do.
no, they should not have no say so. If
You said
she's
who?
hiring a GM, basketball operations, the president of basketball operations slash GM, that is the person that should be making the decisions. Nobody else.
But you know it's gonna come down to the owner. They have to
Well,
sign the
then,
check. They have to sign off on the trade. So all I'm saying
Exactly.
is
Yeah.
Kurt Rambis will always have say as long as
yeah, he
Kurt
will. But
Rambis is.
at the end of the day, they all should be understanding that she's fucking up her father's legacy. Period.
It's not their
Do y'all
legacy.
think
Just
Kurt is doing this intentionally? I don't know.
you don't need to look at you don't need nobody to tell you this. If you a businesswoman and you can't see this for yourself, then I'm sorry, you in the wrong darn business.
You get rid of Kurt Rambis, but like Masai Ujiri, is he available? I don't know his, like what's happening with there because he's the perfect fit if he
Nah,
don't
We
have
he
the
was
signed like
power.
a 10 year.
we
He
was
signed
talking
like
about
a
that
10-year
earlier.
deal.
Wait, is that oh boy from
Mhm.
Toronto.
Toronto?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was about to say, yeah, no, he would be a good fit there. I mean, you got to start with somebody who's gonna be able to get everybody to buy into what you're doing.
Yeah.
Nobody buys into what they're doing there. That's how you
And
can
she
tell
should
whenever
stay
you
if
see
she
a
can.
team on the floor. It's just pure talent out there that's doing what they're doing.
I mean,
I'm a
she
No
should
ball
stay if she
movement
can
and
just
trust.
say
Lakers
okay
fans.
this
Y'all got a good
Bro,
3 years, man. After LeBron gone, it's
is
over.
over.
I don't care who you
ain't it
bring in.
just sad though, bro? Like Russ really be hating on Melo, bro. Like Melo could be hot, this Russ will come down and take a stupid ass three. But I think he don't care after, with all due respect, like shit got crazy out there with the fans, bro.
Nepotism
You
is the
know what?
worst
Him
thing
You
in
and
the
know
the
what?
world.
family, so
Look,
I understand saying
I like what you just did
fuck
there.
the fans. But
Carmelo is your favorite player, so you're
no, no,
acknowledging
no, no, no.
that
I'm not
Russ
saying.
is no. You're acknowledging that Russ is affecting his play. But when I say he's affecting Anthony Davis' play, it's a problem. And then
He is to
No,
a degree.
I'm not saying he doesn't. But like,
so what did you
bro, I'm not denying Russ is not a stat pattern, but it all comes down to like I was saying, like you having the right system in play to get players to buy in, to believe in what you're doing, and not just play off talent, bro. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
You don't win
You ain't
that
gonna
way
buy
at
into
all.
no little guy.
Everybody has to fucking sacrifice something, man. Everybody's just out there just trying to get their numbers just because they're on the main stage in LA at this
Even
point. That's
LeBron
kind
is
of what I
trying to
feel
get.
like. No, but I mean, that's what LeBron just does. What LeBron does, what everybody hates on him, or whatever.
Oh no, I
Like,
love LeBron though. I'm just
he ain't my go, but like, you know what I'm saying? I hate to see this motherfucker going out like this. I'm gonna keep it real, bro. Like, this shit is just
Can he force his way out
from
this
the
year? I mean,
top,
because listen,
from the top down. It's just sad as hell to just see this shit, man. It's like,
because
damn,
I said on July 1st, 2018, he should have gone to Philly, because you had Reddick at the time, you
damn.
had
My
a Covington, you
dad's
had
a
Embiid,
Lakers
you
fan
had
from '78, man. So I was there for all of them. I was born in '95, but I watched Kobe and Kobe and Shaq the whole run, like from a little kid all the way on. So I remember them great ass years too. But I seen the
After
whole
LeBron's
Bulls
gone, shit is
organization
over.
go to shit. The whole fucking Bears organization,
and
everything
Laker
in
fans
Chicago go
don't
to shit.
deserve
All
LeBron.
family based run organization.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Hold on,
They
it ain't
deserve
all
it.
of us. You got some
Hold on.
you know,
Like Deep Runner, I just say this though. No. You're educated and Felicia, and y'all like y'all are realistic. I'm saying because like when they hated the young guys from 2018, balling those guys. You know those guys. Okay. So then when they got LeBron, they want to ring. Oh, then they're clapping, and then now they're looking back hindsight, saying, "Oh, we should have did this and did this." Well, it's hindsight now. Of course, everybody's smarter after the fact, but a lot of Laker fans are very uneducated. They're up and down with their emotions, and that's just like Cowboy fans. Not all of you. Not all of you. I'm saying like
that's facts.
10 years from now,
people who
you know
think
how
that
we
they
trying to place the blame on Vogel and who whatever. Nobody gonna be talking Vogel. They're gonna remember AD was hurt and Russ stunk it up. I promise you.
Of course,
that's what the fans are gonna remember from this season.
Yeah.
It's
the
not
downfall
over.
of the Lakers.
Wait,
Are
you putting it on LeBron though? Just because like they won't even mention that? There's be like,
Nah, they not gonna
I don't blame LeBron actually for really
that's
much.
why they do that with every person.
LeBron
If you want to go in
standing
depth
out, bro.
about
Stop
everything.
playing around. This season is not over. When
No, it's not over.
Listen, when the top 5 player in the world comes back with LeBron, they're running through the West.
Yo,
right now.
No, it's all like right.
All is
They're
like,
running through the
I don't
West.
he's
care.
right.
AD
West.
comes back, LeBron fully healthy.
Man,
you know what? Because what Ball is saying, they were saying that today on a lot of the ESPN shows. They're saying that a healthy Lakers team can still make a run. So I mean, that's not totally nonsensical what he's saying.
Serious,
no, I agree.
Who in the West should the Lakers fear?
They can make a run.
The Suns is your biggest problem, but
do they have Chris Paul right now?
Even while we running,
that's true. He's out.
AD, we gonna be waiting until he get hurt. Which round is it gonna be?
You said, but what I said though, what if this is a blessing in disguise about AD? He's been out all this time. He could come back feeling refreshed.
He got to show.
He got the injury out the way.
I was saying all teams come back fully healthy.
Hey,
go ahead. All this is predicated on a possibility, though. So
Bonner's right, though.
We don't even know if AD is going to really be able to come back.
Stop,
Felicia, you know the difference?
He's coming back.
AD
no, you don't know that. Ball is right.
This is the difference.
He's walking. He's coming
back.
He's got to do more than that. He's got to work on his legs. He's got to work out, man.
No, Texas, this is the difference they're not talking about. AD coming back, he's exclusively playing the 5. So you throwing him in the fire to bang, to be the scorer.
Playoffs.
You can't bang if you don't want to bang.
Nobody is worried about.
I've never seen AD play all rounds plus the finals playing that role exclusively and be dominant.
Man.
He did it in the bubble.
Seen it.
Y'all don't want to play the Warriors in the first round.
I think we can beat the Warriors in the first round.
We can definitely beat the Warriors.
AD like they did.
You can beat the Warriors.
He played with 2 bigs rotation.
Get AD up out of here.
You can beat the Warriors.
We're not using logic. Let's look at the West.
Yeah, you're not using logic.
Who should the Lakers fear in the West?
The Suns is the biggest threat.
The Memphis Grizzlies, bro. Stop.
No.
They're young and inexperienced though with the Memphis Grizzlies.
Bro, hold on. Can I explain? Can I explain why Memphis doesn't scare me? Can I explain why Memphis doesn't scare me?
Okay, go ahead, Texas.
Okay, here's the thing.
Talk about Memphis. Stop it, man.
Wait. Here's the thing. I think they're a year ahead of schedule, but I think the inexperience, and then you got to understand the playoffs. Now, I could be dead ass wrong. This could be like the OKC when they blasted the Spurs. But we all know the game slows down substantially in the playoffs. And I just think that the inexperience, I think they're a little bit too young. I think that LeBron and healthy AD, timely shooting from home, timely shooting from Melo and those guys can get them over Memphis. I personally, but I could be wrong.
Let me tell you this, Texas.
Yeah, what?
All that could be right?
Yeah.
But AD can win you a series playing exclusively at the 5 versus a team like the Warriors. With their players hurt, but that's not a sustainable formula, bro. You're not going through no whole West with him doing that.
No, Steven Adams is not letting AD do that shit, bro.
You're right. Memphis is dangerous.
Memphis is dangerous. With him down.
No, they're dangerous.
They're going to wear him out.
We played Memphis 3 times.
They're dangerous. Memphis is dangerous, though.
We beat them with LeBron and AD. Second game,
I know
LeBron
you beat
didn't
them,
play. Third game,
AD in a series.
Okay,
why do you want AD to bang like that? Coming off an injury, man.
That's true.
Hold on, I want you right on
It's not about to happen.
Say they beat them, then they got to face Suns in the
They could beat the
finals,
Jazz.
conference finals.
They
You're
could beat
not.
you.
They
They
could
could
beat
beat.
the
Yeah,
Jazz.
if anybody up here capping for the Jazz, then you ain't been watching them for the last 3-4 years. They totally
beat the
flame out in the
Jazz.
playoffs.
And they've been going
They'll
on a
beat
losing
them.
streak so far.
They could beat
Yeah,
the
I
Jazz.
don't want to hear about the Jazz
Okay,
at all.
The Suns are the biggest problem. Phoenix. That's
Thank
the
you.
biggest enemy.
Phoenix
That's
is
the biggest enemy.
Every time someone brings up the Jazz,
You're
think
not
about when
playing AD and
Rudy
LeBron
Gobert was
exclusively at the
crying.
4 and 5 without playing no
that's,
big.
that's what they all
Subbing
say.
them
That's
in for
what you're not
Stanley
listening to.
Johnson
That's
The
so
and
only
Melo.
team y'all can name are the Suns that the Lakers should fear.
I don't. Yeah, I can name DeAndre Ayton. He's gonna have
He's
to
been
fill in.
inconsistent, bro. I was looking at his numbers.
You could say
for the last few
inconsistent, bro,
games.
but he killed a healthy AD.
They're
What are
deep
you
though.
talking
The
about?
Suns
He
are
did
Well,
not
deep
kill.
though.
hold on,
Hey,
no,
don't be out like
whoa.
that. He did
What?
not kill
Last year
AD.
before AD got hurt, AD was
Yeah, but
owning him.
DeAndre Ayton was still getting his numbers
No,
too,
he
bro. They
wasn't.
was canceling each
Capping.
other
That
out.
was
Yes.
after AD got hurt.
Nah.
So hold
Nah,
on, y'all
yeah,
are saying,
I
oh my
watched
god.
it. I
So
watched it. Go
after
watch the
Vogel ain't
games.
coached the whole year and did good rotations, y'all gonna say he gonna step that shit up in the playoffs? Stop it, bro.
Right.
Y'all
Exactly.
getting cooked, man. Stop it, bro.
All I'm gonna say is,
Come
in my
on,
30-something
man.
years of watching the
Desmond, I don't know
NBA,
what you watching. What you talking about?
the NBA, the playoffs are a different scenario. It's a different
Yeah,
type of game.
DeAndre
That's
Ayton
That's what I
was
was
all I'm
saying.
saying.
unstoppable versus the Lakers last year. He was dominating. He was
Yeah, he
getting
was
20
playing.
and 10 every game, even though AD was doing him as expected. But what wasn't expected was DeAndre Ayton to look that
Listen,
good.
the Lakers can win
And
series.
then when
if
AD
they-
went out, he was making Montrez and them look like babies. Like
That
If they
exactly.
falling on the
somewhat
floor,
play
like-
defense,
When
if they
Anthony
somewhat
Davis
play
was out.
defense,
What
it's
you think he
gonna
gonna do
depend on
versus
AD.
Stanley Johnson and Carmelo? Are y'all kidding me? Those are
Oh,
backup
he's
bigs.
gonna destroy
Hold
them.
on,
And
Baller's life.
for the record,
Baller's life. All I
LeBron
want to
has
say.
not.
Wait a minute, Baller's life.
Hepatitis. These
Go ahead.
dudes
You've been
is
killing
delusional,
Melo.
bro.
Melo's not like my favorite player at all, like ever in
Melo is
NBA
great, but
history.
you're not
I
doing no
fuck with Melo.
DeAndre Jordan.
No, but
Man,
at least
DeAndre
Melo
Ayton.
gives effort on defense every time. He just don't be quitting, bro. Even if he gets cooked, man, he lives
And-
with it, man.
And that's
You know what I'm saying? And if you
Hepatitis.
do
I'm
that as
not.
a veteran, it feeds.
Desmond,
it's just
you
the
right.
energy, bro, that comes out, bro. And I know the team is old,
And Desmond,
but
he's
in the
gotten better
playoffs,
since that.
it could
He got
depend
finals
on.
experience since then versus Giannis. That he going,
Bro, this
DeAndre
man,
look
depend
good.
on
he didn't.
AD's defensive
Aiden done put
presence
up
when
some
everyone
games where he
feeds
didn't even get over 10 points this
See, this
year,
is
man.
why, Bonner, I
That's.
can't really debate
That,
because you like to point to numbers, bro. It ain't about that.
I mean,
But
he has no impact. He not
has
even
impact.
giving you.
Listen,
He
if
not even giving you.
AD
It's been a lot of games, man. That's all I'm
if
saying.
AD is not definitively winning that matchup, like dominating, like how Shaq
Are
made his
you
opponents look,
serious right
he
now?
was
just
winning the
canceling
matchup though
each
before he
other
got
out.
hurt.
Did you
He just
not watch
canceling
the
each other
playoffs
out.
last year?
Yeah, from last time I seen, he was actually.
He was getting his double every time, Bonner.
The
He
Bucks are gonna
was.
come out the East though. That's all I know.
Hey, a
It ain't about
double
being
doesn't matter
dominant.
if you
He was
got
just
10
being
points
solid.
and
That's
20
still
rebounds.
good.
That's still a double, man.
That's a double, and guess
To
what? You
affect the
got
team in the
Joel
right
Embiid
way.
coming
That's
and
what
getting
y'all
his
getting
I will say
away
11
with
this
these
though.
assists.
fucking
You got
I
superstars,
never
Biyombo
man.
wish.
coming and
I
getting his
never
8
wish
Fuck
rebounds.
that, bro.
injuries. I
That's
never wish
big.
Talk
injuries on
about
any
real,
team.
actual
But
basketball
if
players,
we play
man.
the Suns in the first round, Chris Paul doesn't play. It's no excuse.
Oh yeah, it's
'Cause y'all
over.
were
They not
bragging.
beating
Y'all
us.
were bragging about beating us without AD. So
They not
Chris
beating us
Paul
without
happens
Chris
not
Paul.
to play. Oh well.
They not beating us
Wait a
without
minute
Chris
though.
Paul.
Ball is life. Ball is life. Hold on. If he's out for the full 8 weeks, he'll actually be able to return like around probably game 3. He'll be able to come back in that series. He will. He's not going to be out the entire
The
series.
Lakers
Trust
will
me.
They beat us with
Lakers will
one
be up
arm
2-0 by
Chris
that
Paul
point.
last year.
The Suns can't beat the Lakers without Chris
But
Paul.
the Suns are deep though. That's the
They
only
beat us
thing.
last year without him.
Yeah, they one
No,
of the
they're deep.
deepest teams.
You just can't let the
Exactly.
unexperienced young dudes run you
They
out
got
the
two
gym, bro.
starting
You gotta
lineups.
play
Matter of
hard
fact.
defense in the
And
playoffs.
then we
You act
got
like campaign ain't better than every guard we got.
Campaign
listen,
play, man.
I have
I
not
think so.
seen.
And that's
I'm
sad.
just saying, I have never seen a
And
healthy
we ain't even
LeBron
talking
go out
about Devin
sad in
Booker
the
getting his
playoffs.
57.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
Devin
gonna say.
Booker.
Like last year,
He wasn't healthy. That's why he was on one leg. So
What we
Who
gonna
wasn't
do with
healthy?
Devin Booker?
LeBron was on one leg last
All
year.
Yeah,
right,
he was hurt too.
let's
Yeah, that's
talk
true.
about it, boys. Let's go down the line. LeBron has 30. Devin Booker's gonna have 41. They
He's not
cancel
gonna
out.
have
Nah, not
41.
41.
Hey, stop.
He'll have
Hey,
You
about
said
30.
not
you're
41.
lying,
Go
man.
look at his
He'll have about
numbers.
30.
You gotta lie so much.
He'll have
Bro,
about
they
30,
couldn't
31,
DM
32.
last year with better defenders. You think Stanley and them gonna be
all
able
right,
to DM? Are you kidding me?
Let's go by your
I didn't say
logic.
that.
Yeah, let's go
by
by
your
our logic.
Okay, go
Austin
ahead.
Reeves is starting at our starting too. Are you kidding me?
Austin Reeves will not be starting.
Devin Booker's going to see him in his barbecue chicken.
Austin Reeves will not be starting.
Austin, yeah. Now you starting to think, yeah.
I'm not going to
the
cap
shit we
though.
doing.
Outside of AD and LeBron, that's all you really have consistency wise.
And Ayton and Booker is going to cancel out. Then we ain't even talking about
healthy.
Bridges, Cam Johnson, the boy hitting his threes, like the dark skinned dude from Miami, like he be hitting his.
You got
threes.
McGee that can try to wear out AD too.
Campaign came off the bench and had a 35-point game.
Oh, Crawford, you talking about Crawford?
Yeah, Campaign had
Man,
35
that
off the bench.
motherfucker,
He
he ain't gonna hit
outscored
shit
like
for you
4
in
of
the
our
finals.
starters last year. And
No, he
we
was
have
killing
worse
in the finals.
starters this year.
And Kendrick Nunn is coming back.
Okay, that's a great sign. That's
came
great.
Off the bench and had more than Caldwell and Caruso put together.
I'm saying, hold on.
Crawford was in back-to-back
decent
finals
sign.
and lost, bro.
Like,
that's crazy as hell.
Real talk though, the Lakers season
Wait a
has
minute.
been defeated because of Kendrick Nunn, and the
Hold
reason
on.
why is right. If the Russell Westbrook experiment did not work, they knew they had a 28-year-old point guard who could defend and score, and Kendrick Nunn.
But Nunn can score. That's what I'm saying. That's a good sign. But hold on,
Yeah.
his only problem though. Hold on, whenever he comes back, I mean, is he going to be in
If Nunn come
shape?
back
That's the
healthy,
problem.
we
But
not.
hold on,
It's going to be
he's
hard.
got to
Let
be
me
in
tell
playoff
y'all
shape.
something that y'all don't
He's got to be in
understand,
NBA
bro.
shape though.
Let me tell y'all something.
Back in
Pat Riley let that man walk for a reason, dog.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
But Nunn can play though.
Kendrick
Nunn can play though.
I would keep that real, man.
No. Pat
We
Riley
could beat the Warriors. I
wanted
want
to
Warriors
pay
first
Duncan Robinson and
series.
Tyler Hero, so he let Nunn walk.
I want to get
Nunn
the
can
Warriors.
play.
No,
If he's
but
healthy.
he knew that. Okay, so Nunn ain't played this whole entire time.
No. I know. That's what I'm saying. That's the question mark,
See,
and that's
those
not
are
good.
the tough. That's the things that, like, oh man.
And anybody knows basketball, you got to get into a flow.
As a
And
GM, you got to do.
And the first round of playoffs is not too far away. So I mean,
once we got Oladipo, we just let him go. Just because that's what it is, man.
I don't like Oladipo.
Nah,
hey, no, he had a good game today. Like,
no, he's not a bad player.
He came back today.
Yeah, it was electrifying watching.
When we play the Suns,
he's one
guess
of them
what's going to
players,
happen?
man.
AD and DeAndre going to be
I don't
going
think he's
at
reached
it,
his
right?
entire potential.
Then they're going to sub.
They're
going to sub Ayton and AD out, right? And then they're going to bring in Biyombo or McGee, and they're going to be going against Stanley Johnson or fucking Trevor Ariza as the big or Melo. That's going to be the difference. Yeah, I don't see
or
those
Dwight
other
Howard
matchups, bro. That be killing us in games.
Thank you, Mona.
Like Biyombo
I'm just
offensive
saying
rebounds. Them shits
anything is possible. I'm just saying with the Lakers healthy, and we don't know what happens. I'm just saying in the playoffs, I've seen some crazy things go on.
Yeah,
so I'm just saying it's not impossible.
For sure.
Nothing's impossible. That's just my thing.
That's about LeBron.
I
He's
hope
kind of like Tom Brady. I
hope this
ain't
is
gonna
a
count
year
him out
we
if he's
get
in the
benefits
playoffs.
of a catastrophic
Get to the
injury from
finals.
somebody else. LeBron
And
never got a break like
that's
that.
another thing that I said. Injuries are a part of the game. We
Yep.
see how injuries played the playoffs last year. So I mean, it's just anything that can happen.
It's been deciding every playoff season.
But if Portland starts losing, right, and the Lakers are, let's say, 3-4 games ahead of Portland, I would rest LeBron the final 3-4 games of the season.
Yeah.
And let him go in healthy. You don't want to risk him getting hurt.
You said what? I didn't hear you.
So if the Pelicans, if the Blazers start,
but it's gonna be hard, bro, to win that first. We gonna win that first playing game, but if we got to play the Clippers or the Timberwolves that second, it's gonna be hard.
Bro, I think PG is definitely coming back, bro. PG is definitely coming back. I don't know about Kawhi, but if PG and Kawhi come back, y'all is getting smoked, dog.
I don't think Kawhi leaves.
Hey, listen.
I don't think Kawhi leaves.
Always remember, Paul George chokes in the playoffs. That's all.
I mean,
if we play Phoenix hepatitis, you're right. It's over. We can't beat Phoenix. Devin Booker goes to another level. He saw Caruso on them.
You're gonna have to see Phoenix if you're gonna try to go to the finals, though, bro. So
this year,
you're gonna have to see Phoenix though to try to go to the finals.
Let me tell you who he's gonna be going against this year: Austin Reeves, Stanley Johnson, a 10-day contract, nigga.
Stanley Johnson will lock,
go nuts.
Lock all
Don't say nothing about Stanley Johnson locking up. Murray went off tonight, and I can name the last 10 teams we played. Every game the guard go out.
I don't know. The Suns might own. The Suns might own y'all, man. It might be that
look at the basket.
Team that
when Stanley Johnson is in the game, it's a 5-on-4. You can't even go on a fast break and pass it to him or open three. He's not going to shoot the ball.
Nobody's
turnover.
taking the strippers seriously.
Hold on. The stripper, bro, they will smoke.
Wait, no, Paul George played great last year in the playoffs.
Always be the
Who
strippers.
say he didn't play well?
I think. Hold on. I think in
Paul
a
George?
7-game series, he would have fully healthy AD with everybody fully healthy. Y'all is getting fucking. That's a gentleman's sweep, dog.
Okay. Okay. Can
That's a gentleman's sweep.
Can we put something into perspective? It's obvious the Clippers get up to play the Lakers every time.
He said
LeBron and AD don't get up to play the Clippers in the regular season. Can we?
I'm talking about the playoff. Like that's a gentleman.
That's sad.
What is right though? The Clippers probably would beat the Lakers.
LeBron and AD. Hold on. What I'm saying is LeBron
only because they got culture and they had the next man up mentality. Y'all ain't got
Reggie
shit. Y'all just rely on your regular fucking players. Y'all rely on 37-year-old LeBron to do something, bro.
Okay.
I'm keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real, bro.
Kennard Jackson.
That's what I'm saying. LeBron and AD do not show up against the Clippers
Steve Holler
against the Lakers.
Yo, Bulls like, look at Steve Holler, what he said. Why are we still talking about AD hurt? Like they was talking about that last year. Why is that still the topic of discussion? That shit's sad, bro.
Don't worry,
man.
If Chris
y'all really living on a prayer. Yo, change that to ball is life living on a prayer. Change that right now, bro.
I'm not living on a prayer.
I mean, I feel like he's just saying that anything is possible. It's a possibility that we could get swept and be out. It's a possibility that we could start clicking. It's a possibility that we could get healthy.
But
I mean, I don't feel like he's living delusional or anything.
No.
The strongest possibility for the Lakers is that AD's gonna get hurt. That's stronger than
that's another possibility. That's what I'm just saying. We really don't know in the playoffs. I don't know.
AD getting hurt is the strongest possibility we have. That's stronger than us
don't
winning.
be negative, man. Hold on, D-Boner. Salute to you as a true fan of an organization. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I feel about my team as well. If my players all play healthy and they're fully healthy, like ain't no.
Y'all won't beat the Bucks. Y'all won't beat the Bucks. I'll bet you on that.
Hold on, if Vic is fully healthy, I don't know. That's the team I'm afraid of, just because they've been bossing only because we have so much
out the East, man.
We have so much history
going to stop
in the playoffs in the last 3 years. The Eastern Conference is gonna be lit, man.
I'm telling you.
As a fan, though,
I'm gonna actually be tuned into the Eastern Conference this year during the playoffs.
I coming out the East.
I respect Giannis a lot, man. I don't respect Chris Middleton, though. I don't respect that much.
Yeah, he's Mr. Inconsistent.
I respect Drew Holiday, but I just don't respect Chris Middleton, bro.
Man, Chris Middleton, did you not see the last game? Chris Middleton scored like 46 points.
No, he had a good first half.
Bobby Portis. You still have of course, you got Lopez.
It is what it is.
Who you got coming out the
Bobby Portis is better than everybody in the Lakers.
Bro, I would trade Duncan Robinson for Bobby Portis right now.
Bobby Portis is nice.
Straight up. Give me Bobby Portis. I would trade Duncan Robinson with Bobby Portis right now. He would
fix
everything.
Better than everybody on the Lakers, and he's their fourth option.
No, he's not.
Bro, Bobby Portis
not better than besides LeBron and AD.
Stop it.
And he's better than AD because he's more available.
Okay, okay.
I mean, he didn't get hurt all playoffs. He helped us. He contributed to his team winning the finals.
Okay, see how far
AD was the reason his team lost in the playoffs. So yeah, he's going up. His stock, AD's is just dropping. I don't care about name, what the dude did in the past, paper. You're only as good as your.
Hey, hold on. You don't know Bobby Portis could be the next Robert Horry, nigga. What you mean? Hold on, ball is life. I'm just keep it real. That's how I feel about Bobby Portis.
Yo, he
a real one, dog.
Oh no, Giannis don't compare him.
Facts.
He about to have more chips than AD. Stop it.
Nah. Because AD and LeBron getting 2 more before LeBron retires.
AD ain't never won another chip.
They might be tied 3 and
2 more.
If the Celtics are fully healthy too, man, that's awesome. Because they've been.
I think they're a dark horse right now. A lot of people haven't been talking about the Celtics, but they look kind of good, man.
Nah.
Like he the number 1 in the East. Like
Tatum
people
are unstoppable.
Sleep on us too. They sleep on.
Hey. I was wrong about this,
but
I was saying that Chicago have a chance, but bro, they're so inconsistent against good teams. I don't know, man.
Hey, Bonner, that's why
they don't have a chance. I don't give a chance.
LeVine's coming to the Lakers next.
LeVine, he's a free agent. We'll see.
I hope the
Man,
Bulls.
all I
please.
can tell you is
Is he
Bulls
gonna be
life
in the
is
same
AD.
situation like Bill?
AD
And
is the
Bill is
first to
not
get
leaving no
traded, man.
Wizards.
After this year, get his ass out of there.
AD ain't going nowhere. So
When it comes to business, he's a liability.
guess what? LeBron
AD
ain't
needs to be
signing
gone.
But listen, we could dream about trading AD.
LeBron,
LeBron
yes,
ain't
he will
signing
sign
off.
Not
off.
a
He ain't
dream.
No, what's
signing
gonna
off for
happen
no
is
AD.
we're just
Not a
gonna.
dream. That nigga's the
Is
biggest
Melo? Hold
disappointment.
on. Is Melo on a 1-year contract? How much is Melo getting paid?
I think just a 1 year,
The
if I'm not
minimum.
mistaken.
Hey,
He's
y'all
getting
Young
could
money
paid
You
a
should keep
baby.
minimum.
Melo.
Yo, how
take
You
y'all
should
call
keep
y'all could
Melo.
Melo
take hey
old and
Snoop.
he's been
Miami
more
could take
available
See,
Melo.
we're
than
gonna
Y'all could,
AD?
trade you Max Struess just for Melo, and then you want
no. We don't want
he'll
no.
be killing over there, dog.
The one game
We'll
we
get
played
Melo a
against
ring
him,
over
he
here,
went like
man.
0-7 from the 3-point line when he played the Lakers. We don't want Max Struess.
Watch Melo ball out if he came over here, man.
Go ahead,
As
y'all
a
can have it.
veteran, come on,
Y'all
dog.
can, I'm tired of seeing
I ain't
Melo
giving you
stay
Caleb
with
Martin
LeBron
though.
James.
I
So
need
keep
Caleb
LeBron.
Martin.
Hey,
I need
Art got a
100.
point. Look at Art comment. Didn't AD help Brown win a championship?
Yeah,
Big
we
facts,
said
bro.
that.
Big
We
facts.
said that. We
Let him
passed.
know.
He was supposed to have the
We
torch,
dropped
but
like
when it was his time to go
But what
from
is AD
good to
doing
great,
now?
he
Not nothing.
shrunk.
he
No,
got hurt. He
yo,
got
what
hurt,
y'all
and he
really
got
don't want to
cursed with
acknowledge
Schroeder and Westbrook.
is it is literally like Kobe and Shaq. Kobe was just there, but he had the 3P with fucking Shaq, but he always came through on his
Kobe
end,
wasn't
bro.
just there.
For at least for the
Don't do that.
3P. That's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. That's what they try to make it seem like. Because AD was just as deserving of the MVP as LeBron in that finals.
But that
And
was
throughout
that
the
1 year.
playoffs, period.
Yeah,
But Kobe and Shaq did it 3 times. That's all
But
it is. They
AD
got there
is
4
supposed to
times, but
ascend after that chip.
yeah, exactly.
Not
Exactly.
decline.
So build around him. Build around him.
Nah, you can't
Hey,
build
can I
around
add to
liability.
this though too? Loyalty. Can I add loyalty? But here's the problem I have with AD too, though. Every time he's supposed to get up for a big matchup with the Giannis's, Cat is abusing
He
this dumbass. I mean,
disappeared.
it's just like he shrinks all the time. That's
Oh
AD
my
needs to
He
God.
be
was
he needs
healthy.
to be
He
gone.
was
What are you saying?
healthy
Oh my
during them
God,
two
for he needs
matchups.
to be gone.
Hey,
AD needs to
stop
be
lying
out.
about Cat. That was one game with Cat. But Giannis, I'll give
He
you.
got
Okay,
AD
but
was
Giannis
Giannis
screwed
jumped.
him over what twice? Who else getting? It was some foreigners that gave him
He got
buckets too.
destroyed by Nurkic.
Yakum,
Yeah,
Nurkic,
Jakob.
Yakum.
No. See,
Come on,
like
dude.
Felicia was
Hey,
spreading that lie to
We
you.
can't.
What they don't
Nurkic
tell
made him
you
look
is
like a
AD
baby.
dropped 35 and 17 on Jakob Pertl.
who would you rather have, Anthony Davis
Yeah,
or Joker right
come on
now?
now. Ballers life.
Joker.
Carlos did what he did
by
on no
far.
AD.
You
Anthony
said
Davis.
AD by far. Oh, you said,
Joker.
I don't
bro.
care.
You
Hey,
said
what has Jokic
Joker
done in
would
the
be winning you games by himself with
Yo, can
no
somebody,
Russell
yo, fam,
Westbrook, my dude.
hold
I'm
What
up,
do
y'all,
you
saying,
mean?
hold up.
what has
Can we
Jokic
bring
done in
Big
the
Art up
playoffs?
here? Because me and Art was arguing last year.
Yo,
I
Y'all
told him
love
AD
Cat.
you
was
need
going to
to
get hurt
Joker
and
stop.
be
didn't
the
have a
reason
damn
we
LeBron
lose.
though. AD did.
AD's top 5 in
Imagine
the
if,
world.
What was
imagine if
AD
LeBron
doing with the?
had
Hold on. What was
Joker,
AD
bro.
doing with New Orleans though? Hold on. What was AD doing with the Pelicans though? Nothing. Getting bounced in 2015 the first round. I mean, he wasn't doing shit.
LeBron helped him more than he helped LeBron.
Exactly.
LeBron had
LeBron did
chips
let him
before him.
shine. Yep. No, he let him
Y'all
shine. He let
love
him do
to
his thing.
lie. What has
Rookie
Jokic done in
Terry.
the playoffs? That's my
No,
only
you're
question.
right.
Bro, we're
Hold on,
just
you're
talking
right.
about salute.
What has Jokic done?
That's
Jokic was
big R right
destroying
there,
AD
man.
if it
Salute.
wasn't for Dwight and
I
JaVale.
don't want to hate on
Hold
AD,
on, didn't
man.
AD
He is
hit the
injury
game winner
prone,
over
but
Jokic?
Yeah, but he couldn't stop
Okay,
Jokic.
that's all I need to know.
He
No,
couldn't stop
you
Jokic.
got it. You got it.
But ball is life. The problem is that no, he's in the same position that AD was in New Orleans. He wouldn't do anything. You give Jokic, which is hypothetical, LeBron, like AD, but AD can't be healthy. He needs to be shipped out as soon as the season, whenever they can get rid of him
Facts.
for
Oh,
good
okay.
pieces.
Yeah, okay.
You can't go off a guy who has a history of not being healthy.
That's cap.
I will say this
Art
about
is
AD.
here.
What's
Though.
up,
Everybody
Art?
shut up. Let
Good,
Art
Art.
talk.
What do you do?
Go
What's
ahead.
up, Bono? What's up, Bono? Like, hi, Felicia.
Hold on, Art.
What's up,
Art, can I
Don't
ask
come
one
on here with
question
this
though before
AD
you go?
rapping, Art.
Hey, Art, can I ask you one question before? Can I ask you one question, bro? Before you go,
Who
can I ask you
am
one
I
question?
speaking with? Who am I
This
speaking
is
with?
And
Texas.
I'm gonna roast you
This
next.
is Texas. I just want to ask one question though. One question. Y'all get this analogy perfectly.
Is this smooth?
If you have
Hold on. Is this smooth, Texas
this is
guy?
me.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
This
it
is me.
is.
I'm gonna ask you a question,
The
please. Let me ask
one,
you a question.
the one that got blocked yesterday
Jesus
for
Christ.
being
Yeah.
disrespectful towards me. You can't
I
ask me
didn't say anything
shit, boy.
bad. I didn't say anything bad to you. What I say? Okay, whatever. Okay, let me ask Ballers Life this question then. I didn't say anything fucked up to you. But ball is life. Okay.
What you get blocked
If you
for
have,
yesterday?
if you're gonna,
Hold on, what you get blocked
I'm
for?
quite
no,
sure
I
you
would say
say something about AD.
no.
Right.
They said you hate
what
No,
black
you
you
block
look,
people,
for
look,
so
you?
you
look at
got
the
blocked.
chat. No, no. I'll tell you what I said.
He said he
No, I
hated
said
black
Art is a
people.
full simp. That was
What
today.
happened?
No,
That's
that was
crazy,
today.
bro.
Okay,
You
fuck
said
it.
he was a simp.
Okay, but that's
That's not
everybody.
No,
Everybody was
disrespectful.
he
saying
said
that.
something
I
worse
mean,
than that, but that's okay. If he don't want to talk about it,
What did he
then we can
say,
move on.
Art?
tell me what I
I
said
don't.
then. I mean,
It was
I'm done
real
with this, bro.
disrespectful. Like I'm doing something sexual to AD, and
Oh,
somebody
come
blocked him. I ain't
on,
even had to
man.
say nothing,
Yeah.
and they blocked him
Oh,
off GP
I never said
just
shit
because he
like
was
that.
so
No, I
disrespectful,
didn't.
bro.
I never
like
said
like
that.
you when you say you go
I
hard for
never.
AD.
I don't
How do
know
you
what you're
even
talking
know
about,
all this
Felicia.
happened?
Felicia,
But you
this ain't
don't
got nothing to
disrespect a
do with
man
this.
like that.
This something happened real
I didn't
yesterday.
even say that shit. Oh no, I said he goes hard for 80. I mean hard for 80. That's all I said. I don't know the fuck you talking about, bro. I didn't
That
say
ain't what you said,
anything
bro.
disrespectful to
That
you
ain't what.
because I actually
Hey, but
respect
go
you
ahead.
on the fucking.
Like I said, about his
Then
life,
tell me what I
Felicia,
said
deep
then.
daughter.
All
You know
right,
what I'm
then
saying?
tell
Go
me what I
ahead.
said and
Move
shut the
on.
fuck up.
Move
Yeah.
forward, bro.
What's
It's not
good,
an
Art?
argument. I did come on this man's channel to argue with you, bro. So let's move on.
Take your point,
Then why
Texas.
did you
What
bring
you
it up
wanted to
then?
say?
Okay, yeah. I mean, I didn't. Okay, whatever.
Thank
No, I
you.
was just asking about his life. I'm saying if you have a partner in a class, right, and then he never shows up, and you need him to show up for this particular day, and you can't reach him, like you're not gonna have faith that he's gonna show up. I mean, and that's how AD is. I mean,
Okay, so
that's my example. I'm just saying,
I'll
same thing
ask
with
my
AD.
I'll ask my
I mean, y'all can laugh,
I'll
but I
ask
mean,
my
it's an
fellow.
analogy.
Okay,
No, that's a
Uncle Art.
bullshit analogy.
thank you.
Hey,
Okay,
And
Uncle
Art,
Art.
Art, I got a question for you, right?
tell me
I'll
what I
ask you a
said
question.
before you come in
How
my
do you
throat.
feel?
You can't say
All
he
right, it's
don't show up
bullshit.
because he
It's
showed up
bullshit
though.
because you didn't say nothing about the students winning titles together.
Mm.
So go
Yeah,
ahead, Bob.
he
No,
showed up.
Okay, so
no.
I just have a
The
question.
premise
How do you feel about this
is you can't rely on somebody
foolishness?
who won't show
Let
up.
him
That's the
rebuttal.
premise,
Time run
dumbass.
out of time.
If you,
Hey
you
man,
don't
let's be
understand the premise.
respectful, man. There's no need to be
Yo,
disrespectful.
Texas, let him
Relax,
rebuttal.
No, I'm saying
man.
You asked
when
him
this
a
guy
question,
showed
let him
up, he
answer
wants
you.
to give me shit.
No, let Bold Life answer you.
You just make sure you keep
Art already
creating
cooked you.
accounts.
Art was right.
Sir,
Oh, I
understand
Go
feel
ahead.
the premise first. It's English, bro. The key is you got to show up. That's the thing. Get it?
But you said never showed up, and he showed up. He won a
I
chip with
mean,
him.
well, I'm saying if he shows up on and off, sorry, yeah, I'm saying, yeah, you can't on and off guy who's not there all the time. You can't really rely on that, bank on that. That's what I'm saying.
For sure.
That's fine. That's fine. Go ahead, Bob.
okay. So I just have a question
I'm
for
not
you, right?
talking to you.
What do you think about this egregious idea of trading AD in the offseason?
Sensitive ass motherfucker.
Who's egregious?
No, I'm just saying the idea of trading
Why is
AD.
it egregious?
How do you feel about that, Art?
I can
How
show
do
you.
I
Go
feel?
ahead.
Hey, bro.
Okay, go
Go
ahead,
ahead, Art.
loyalty. Go ahead, loyalty. Go ahead. I'm gonna pass it to loyalty because
Go ahead,
he
Art.
ain't like that egregious part.
So me and Art had a
Desmond, talk to that
whole
guy about
live
being
talking about
emotional. I'm chilling.
I
Hold
should
up,
be a
go ahead.
psychic because I made this premonition that this boy was going to be hurt come this time, and he's not only been hurt once, he's been hurt 3 other times. So I was right.
Wait, Reg Dog, tell him to calm down.
He's a lot.
I'm chilling.
Not necessarily right because you can't predict the future, my dude. You
I
know what I'm
didn't predict
saying?
the future. I'm
Yeah,
going
you
off of
when you're
so in the stock market we use history to predict the future. And showing his
you can
history, if we
still
go
win
off of
or
charts,
lose, bro.
5-year charts,
You can
this
still win or
man
lose,
is
bro.
injury prone. So chances are he's going to be injured.
You can still win or lose. Injuries are a part of the game, so you can break it down however you want to.
Nah,
But
his
loyalty.
durability, if this was
My
NBA 2K,
question to
would be
you
on
is to answer
54.
my question to you to answer Ball's question in the same sentence. What are you gonna get back for AD? Because if it
Okay,
ain't
let me check.
plausible, that's why it's disingenuous. Go ahead.
What can I get back for him?
Yeah. What do you want? No. What do
You
you
saying
want that'll make the trade good
sometimes
enough?
you don't have to equate a trade in just straight talent for talent, or you got to get better talent. We could
When
start
you
with
did
dudes
what the
who's going to
Lakers
be
did to get
available,
AD, yes, you do.
huh? So
When you do what the Lakers did to get
no,
AD,
it's a few
you just
factors.
can't trade Anthony Davis for
Listen. It
pieces.
depends, Art, on how we moving forward. If it's a complete rebuild, LeBron out of there, Westbrook, AD gone. That's just the last chess piece on the board. If it's a total rebuild, we won't mind getting some draft picks or some shit. You know what I mean? Back
You
Get
for
him
talking
out of there for
LeBron.
you
LeBron's
talking about
sake.
at the Bron League. Okay,
No, I'm
okay.
just saying if it's trades that AD talk, you don't think it's gonna be LeBron ain't out of there too?
No, because I don't think them kind of talks will come up because Bron ain't going nowhere until his son is drafted, and Anthony Davis ain't going nowhere. So I don't understand this need to want to trade Anthony Davis when you're not
Because
going to get the
AD
value
is
for
showing
him
he's a
back, Loyalty.
liability. He's not dependable moving forward. Let's take all personal
Everybody that gets
relationships out
hurt,
of here.
everybody
It's
that
not
gets hurt is a
everybody though. This been
liability.
the last 2 years.
Listen,
Pivotal
listen
points.
though, because the reason I said that is because you don't hear Clipper fans saying trade Kawhi when he's hurt every year. You don't hear who else? Philadelphia 76ers fans saying trade Embiid when he's hurt every year. And them niggas ain't
The
never
Clippers
won
don't
shit
heavily,
besides Kawhi.
but the Lakers
He got
rely
a
on
point.
AD as
I
the
agree
biggest
with Art.
option.
I agree with Art.
Wait, well, hold on, Art. Can I ask you a question
But the
now?
But
Clippers
how
are still
much did we
still
Would you
give
be
up,
competitive.
mad
Kawhi?
if
This
the
the
Lakers?
thing though. This the difference though, Art. Lakers put themselves in a position where they can't make moves because of what they gave up for AD. It's a difference. Clippers have
That's
shown,
not true.
their owner has
That's
shown
not
they're going
true.
to blow that bag and keep
That's not true,
rebuilding.
Lord. So you just lied, bro. You just lied.
How'd I lie? What happened?
Because we made plenty of moves since we got AD. The move for Russell
Plenty of
Westbrook was
moves. I
a
think we
three
made
player to
Art.
one
I
player
think we made
trade.
moves when we was in a box. So people saying
We
LeBron
didn't
picked
have to
Westbrook.
make that
No,
Westbrook. Hold on. We had options. We didn't have to make that
what was the
Westbrook trade. We could
option?
have made that Buddy Hield trade.
All right.
This
Does that make
this
us better?
this trade deadline.
Does
Hold
does
on.
Buddy
I go
make us
back.
better?
THT for Kyle Larry. We could have made that trade. That definitely would have made us better.
I
For
mean,
sure.
it's up in the air. You never know.
He
Looking
Art right
back
on that.
now,
Art right on
Art.
that.
looking
Hey,
back
Yes,
Art,
ma'am.
now,
I was rooting for that THT for Kyle Lowry, but I don't think
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Lowry would have stayed. First of all, because he had already expressed that he wanted to play with his best friend, which is Jimmy Butler, where he's at. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So we really
I didn't know
can't.
that.
Yeah, we really can't use the
Felicia,
Kyle Lowry, but I think like we would have got a whole lot farther
Wait,
last year
what
with
was the
Kyle Lowry.
trade for
Felicia,
Kyle Lowry,
can
THT, and
we agree
something
that the
else?
Lakers have been making
Schroeder.
moves where they
Dennis
didn't have the
Schroeder.
It was
leverage in
THT and
Man,
situation?
Schroeder
what the?
for
Yeah,
Kyle
for
Lowry.
Kyle
I'm not
Lowry.
making that
Can we
trade,
agree on
man.
that?
I would have did it at the
Crazy.
end of the day because look, we
I'm
let
talking
people.
about if I'm Toronto, that's crazy,
Man,
man.
look at
Oh
Kyle
right,
Lowry
Mhm.
now. He can't even
Schroeder.
stay on the court. He can't even
But
That's
the
stay
a
on the
Lakers,
steal.
court.
but the Lakers organization do a good job at promoting their young players as whether they projects or tradable assets. So
Well,
when you
Art,
do that to your young players, you have to trade them whenever that perception is the highest. And that perception was the highest when Toronto was willing to do that Kyle
they
Lowry
dropped the
deal. Whether
ball
he
when
stayed
Kuzma shit
True.
was the highest too. They dropped the ball on that too.
No, Art,
when
can I?
That's true. That's
Oh,
yes,
fact.
sir.
sorry. Go. That was
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
but that's
Can I,
that's what the Lakers do. If this was the stock market, they overextend themselves, and then when you do that, you lose your leverage. But Lakers have a history of not uprooting their players or going back on their word or being disloyal. It's a gift and a curse to them. So we've been making moves where we've been stuck in a box, more or less. Like you feel what I'm saying? We don't have the leverage in those situations. So teams might have a trade and they like, nah, let me get that first too. You feel what I'm saying? They just throw that extra, and then the deal don't get done. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, I just think with the AD thing, we put ourselves in a box. I mean, you could agree to
Go ahead, player.
disagree,
You had
but
a question for me?
no, yeah, no. I was saying, would you be mad now just because, like, you could clearly see, like, the whole organization, everything. It's just
Going
bad
crazy.
all the way around. So would you be mad if the organization gave them respect to get traded to destinations they wanted to go to for access to them to be more happy
Yes.
at the end of the day?
I'll be pissed. I'll be
You would
pissed. You
be.
wanna know why?
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like as fans and people that ain't not in the organization, we're blowing this all out of proportion.
Yeah.
It's issues. It's issues during the trade deadline between the front office, whether it's Brian Clutch or whether it's the team in Clutch or the team and the front office, whatever the problem was. I feel like because one is Brian, two is the Lakers, all this was blown out of proportion. Just like when everybody thought Brian was gonna request a trade for like 3 days.
facts.
You know what I'm saying? I think that during the All-Star break, some things take a life of their own. And us as fans need to learn how to curtail that in a little bit and be like, okay, it's not as bad
Right.
as the media or anybody who got just want to hate make it out to be.
See,
Go ahead.
LA and New York are the worst, man.
And Art, to your
Like when it
point,
comes to media
and
shit.
Wilbon has had this take, Stephen A. I've seen a lot of people have this take. Two things could be right. I could say, yeah, we gave up everything for AD, but who wouldn't sacrifice that to win one championship? A lot of teams would. There's some teams that never won a championship. So that was it. But moving forward in the
Narrative
long
change.
term, you could have probably said AD health. Everybody could have said that. And it's just
Narratives
coming true.
change. Loyalty narratives change. So like the fan base who
Oh,
was
yeah,
happy with
for sure. You're right.
getting Anthony Davis. What I've learned being a Laker fan these last 3-4 years is that it is really what have you done for me lately.
For sure.
I've moved off my position of just trying to enjoy the last part of LeBron's career because they're not gonna let me do it, bro. The expectation is gonna be there.
Too high.
Yeah, no matter he could be 43, but if he plays with the Lakers,
yeah.
Nah, you put that in my head. Like
that's
put that in
that's
we want
true.
LeBron to do stuff
They
we've
want him
never
to play like
seen
he's
nobody
21
ever
all
do.
over
Like
again.
the expectation is way too high.
Done this
That's true. I agree with you on that when you made that point.
So I'm just like the thing that pissed me off is that AD hurt. We started off the season hurt. 5 or 6 players, man. We just never got off to a good start. So things the dominoes fell all year long, and I'm willing to chalk this year up because I understand that every year is not going to be a championship year. You know what I'm saying? And because we got 12 players on 1-year deals, Rob Pelinka has another opportunity to get it right. If we had multiple contracts for multiple years length, and we was in this situation, I'd be like, oh snap,
we stuck
screwed
moving forward. Yeah,
but yeah,
we not.
Like, I want to hear y'all opinion on anybody who we should keep besides Brian and AD. Mine is Monk, Reeves,
and Stanley Johnson. Those are the ones.
Yeah, go
those
ahead.
are the ones who we are gonna keep because they got contracts.
Okay, so that's
if we're
5
being
players.
honest, you guys know what's
we gotta
crazy?
pay Monk though. He gonna want to get paid.
Do we bring Melo back?
Hold on. I want to ask y'all a question as Lakers fans. Y'all remember how they did Kobe and Shaq in the media to like get them split up and just bring up all these narratives and shit now? Like, look at like the Lakers teams since LeBron's got there. And I'm saying like this whole season, that's kind of what they've been doing. Trade AD, do all this, but now it's just like everybody has an opinion. You can open up social media and see that shit.
I don't even think that's
quick.
a popular narrative. Trade AD.
I mean, I'm just kidding. With the Russell Westbrook stuff in the media too, though. Just
I would compare to each other
room.
because they both did it to themselves. I wouldn't necessarily say it's the media's fault because Kobe went through what he went through, and Russ is going through what he's going through this year. So I would say they, like I said earlier, they piling on, man. When great franchises are down, that's what they do, y'all. They pile on.
That's a
or players or great
Hollywood
players
over there in LA, man.
The only thing with LeBron and AD is if LeBron was mad with AD, you wouldn't see them joking around on the bench every game. You wouldn't see like him. Like, he would be distant from Anthony Davis, and also they're with Clutch Sports. So I don't see LeBron and AD getting split up.
Let me ask you this, Balls Life and Art. Why did so the Nets are 5-game under, and what are they like 10th seed, right?
The Nets are the 8th seed.
Yeah, Kevin Durant was hurt. Why
they're
don't
the
they get the same slack?
right
They
now.
not doing good. They looking,
Yeah, but they're not getting the same energy like us.
Exactly.
That's
the problem.
I'll be there
gotta
right
reverse
with
that, loyalty. Yeah, what you said, you answered your question in your question.
Yeah, for sure. I know what you're saying. Yep.
I've been keeping that same energy with them all year because I'm over in the Eastern Conference. That's my team. I'm like, they ain't doing nothing,
that,
bro.
Art.
Yeah, because I said this the other day.
Around the league, and y'all acting like because it's AD. For sure.
It's a problem. But like KD could be out twice a year, and it's cool because it's positivity surrounded about him coming back, right?
Yeah.
But you already know what that's about,
James,
though, Art.
Yeah, I do. But hold on, I don't. Say it,
Yeah,
please.
you do. You know it's about the fact that it's the Lakers and that is LeBron James.
I heard that. Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
For sure.
Other teams not going through the same stuff that we going through and getting all that energy put on them like that. Ain't nobody who's talking about the fact that Kyrie Irving James Harden
Yeah,
No,
was
they keep
upset
they
with
saying
just
that.
broke
James
up a
Yeah,
Harden
they
big
keep
three.
because
saying the
That's
Nets
more
are going to the
catastrophic than
finals.
anything.
They keep
right. I
saying
mean,
that shit. Well,
you
Ben
don't get the
Simmons
same
ain't even
energy.
playing the
We
whole
need
month.
right. We need to worry about the pressure that we put on our own players that we
That's a
fans of.
fact.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Felicia, I feel like that pressure that we talking about, where it's different from the Nets and different from the Lakers, is totally about the Lakers fan base
For
and the
sure.
Nets fan base. For Brian,
Kareem always say that too. We hurt our own self, the
Yeah,
media,
we do,
our
and
own media, and all
I
that.
Yeah,
agree.
the LA
But those are
media
not
is
real
crazy.
Laker fans,
Even
though.
the
The
YouTubers,
storylines, that's what
the
I'm saying. The
YouTubers,
bullshit that you can
Instagram,
put out on
yeah,
the internet
it's
now, bro.
big,
To try to
big influence.
separate the locker room. That's all I'm saying.
That's all they do.
Well, hold on. But let's be
Just
that's
because
what
clear.
we
they're in
do too, bro.
LA. Just because
If
they're
That's
in
what we
LA.
do too,
yo,
y'all.
I
when
mean, we
No,
do
no,
that too.
okay. I'm in
We did
St.
it all
Louis.
season.
Felicia is in another state. I ain't gonna put your state out there like that. It's people all over the country who are Laker fans, right? So what I'm saying is that when you follow the narratives set by certain people or certain channels, that affects the whole base.
That's a
Because
fact.
with LeBron being a LeBron fan before I was a Laker fan, I had to worry about people who didn't want to talk bad about Brian, talk bad about his teammates, whether they deserved it or not, because they didn't
Yeah.
want to talk bad about Brian.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So when I get to the Lakers, I got to deal with that, and I got to deal with people not wanting to talk bad about the Laker organization. But so they don't, so they'll rip the teammates Brian got, Russ, AD, so on and so forth.
But
For
my
sure.
thing is this: they
I
didn't do
feel,
this though.
yeah.
But look at the organization when Kobe was the face of the Lakers. They didn't do what they're doing to Kobe, what they're doing to LeBron.
Yeah, because Kobe was more invested.
Right. I'm
No,
just
no,
saying.
that's a lie. That is a lie.
But Kobe, he is more invested. He was way
No,
more
just
invested.
just just because he's been there his
He
whole
was
career does not
younger.
mean he's
Yeah, he
more
was younger
invested.
too. So
No,
Well,
you're gonna ride for him
it
more
actually
because he
does
been
though.
die hard.
Tell me what y'all mean by invested, because I might
I
have it
mean,
wrong.
he
Tell me
was.
This
what
what
you.
I mean
When
by
you think
invested.
about the Lakers, you think about Kobe. I mean, it's like they forgot all about Magic. You know
I'm
what I'm
gonna
saying?
say
Kobe
that
is
point,
my guy, but when
Felicia.
you think
Also,
about the
with
Lakers,
LeBron,
you think
we
about
know.
Kobe.
Go ahead. Also, with LeBron, we also know ain't nothing set in stone. He might not retire here. It's always that thing in the back of fans' mind. If you're not if you're not a LeBron fan or whatever, and you a fan of a team, that's the narrative you got of LeBron. He can always leave your
So
team.
when LeBron came out after the All-Star break and said that he wanted to finish his career playing with
They
his
don't take
son,
that shit for face
but
value.
listen, but I mean that's not his fault or mine or yours,
No, for
because
sure.
right after that, he said out his own mouth that I want to be a Laker until my sons get drafted. And that's
For
going to be in
sure.
24, 25, bro. He said that out his own mouth. So
And his team came
LeBron
back. They
has
had the
his
meeting and all that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
LeBron has his what you call it when you roundabout what's the word I'm looking for? Not sarcastic criticism. When you say something without saying it, y'all.
Yeah.
What Brian do all the time? I can't think of the word.
Passive aggressive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. When he has his passive aggressive moments, like with the GM compliment from OKC. He do stupid shit like that. But when he say something straight out his mouth, you can stand on that shit. You can bank on that shit. So when he says that he wants to be a Laker,
yeah, I could agree
until
with that.
24, 25, I'm gonna take that into account.
Yeah, he
because
don't just
he
say
wouldn't
stuff
say
like
it.
that and it don't happen. You're right.
And it don't happen.
And you know what, Art? I've always taken it as that the man said he want to be a Laker. He want to be a Laker. You got people who saying get rid of him or he doing this or that. It's ignorant, man. And that thinking. And that's put on for every Lakers fan, or it's looked as though that every Lakers fan feel that way, and it's not. Because I'm like I said, he's playing great at this age. I feel like you can still win with him. Keep that man, and he's want to be here. So just leave it at that, man. But
leave it at that.
I grow
feel
tired.
D-Bonner, man, because D-Bonner, man, listening. Like I don't know if I can say other people's stations on her, so I'm not. So I was listening to another channel right after the game or before the game today. You know what the attitude was when they seen LeBron was out? They said that he seen Phil yesterday, so all of a sudden he don't want to play today. And this was on a prominent Lakers channel.
Ignorant.
He seen Phil Jackson.
Ignorant.
They said he saw Phil Jackson.
Art, come on, let's be real. That same Lakers channel was spreading the lie that Carmelo was saving the Lakers, and now that LeBron and AD
Yeah,
are
it's
out,
Ticket TV. It's Ticket TV because he's the only one who make outlandish shit like that.
You talking about DTFL, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I already know you talking about. I can't rock with DTFL.
Damn, bro, we ain't gotta
I was
be
like, really, bro?
Yo,
Yo,
I don't even know who that is.
Trust me,
Yeah.
I know who we talking about. Yeah, I like he's because he's from Cali, right? You know, he's one of them. You know, one of them fans like, no, LeBron need to go. Why doesn't he need to go?
That's ignorant.
The fact that he brought a championship here. That's ignorant. Them are ignorant idiots.
Just like yesterday when we was all, I don't know if you was on the Bang channel yesterday, Felicia, but they had said one guy, I forgot the dude's name, was saying that LeBron had scored the 56 point because there was magnets in the ball. Like I'm like, bro, who has the energy to come up with these dumb narratives and come on, man? It's just.
Did they say that about Jason Tatum when
that's what I'm saying. This is.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm so sick of it, man.
Someone keep on it. Someone said that.
And not to
they was dead. They was serious too. They said it was magnets in the ball. That's why he was able to throw up the 50.
Fanatic, not to be a LeBron fanatic, but that game we was up. We gave up the lead. Golden State had took the momentum, so every one of them points LeBron made was needed. Yeah, so that's why it was even more exciting as a fan watching it. Like he really put them over the top. So, he took that.
And y'all know what's sad about that whole thing? The media was pushing, well, Draymond didn't play. They completely disregarded the fact.
Man, as a Laker, you should not be talking about no damn media giving you credit, bro. I'm sorry, man.
What you mean?
If you're a real basketball fan, you respected that game with LeBron dropping them points. I'm gonna just keep that real, man. Fuck the media, what the narrative is. I'm sorry, I don't want.
No, I'm just saying, like, why are they
I gotta
saying?
keep respect.
Draymond
I don't want to get the channel demonetized. My bad, man. I just get passionate about shit like that, man. Because
Draymond is going to slow LeBron down a little
the
bit.
LeBron biggest hater, like my number one favorite LeBron hater. But I understand why certain Lakers feel that way about LeBron being there. How they feel about the franchise, so they can feel that way. But we could just all do it in a respect.
But people got to understand this is, man.
If you want to be real, respect the players on that team. You got to root for the players on that team.
Exactly.
That's a real Laker fan.
And I would even say to the people who say, or you feel like they got a point to hate LeBron and all that stuff, you got to remember we were in a 6-year graveyard before he came. So what he's done and brought
17 wins a year.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, so at that point, it's like if you're a real fan, you're gonna be appreciative to see what he did. So
exactly,
I don't understand that narrative either. That's why I'm just tired of it. Period,
it's like they rather see the Lakers lose than to see LeBron James winning on the Lakers.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all want to go back to that?
And D. Bonner, they forget, like he came over that whole saga of the Lonzo Ball stuff, LeVar. That was a big thing to come back from for LeBron, bro, because he traded a lot. Like they say, he traded Lonzo, the whole. So that was to win a chip after that, bro. Like you gotta let your nuts hang. That's hard, bro. You feel me? And if he come back after this, AD injured, he was injured, and then win another chip, bro. His story is set in stone, bro. You ask me, bro. It's hard to come back from them narratives. I'm telling you.
Felicia.
What's up, Art?
I was a while ago, a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, but a couple years ago, right? That channel I was just talking about.
Yeah.
I went back to before LeBron got there and listened to his streams about LeBron, bro. He hated LeBron.
Yeah, that tells you everything.
When he was a free agent, before anybody thought about where he was going, he swore up and down that he did not want Brian. He was like, I do not want him here. As soon as Magic went and got him, he's like, yes, we got him.
You know why though? Because he's a Kobe fanatic, yo.
But look, I love Kobe myself. But
I love Kobe too. But at the end of the day, what he did and didn't do though.
Exactly. You don't have to disrespect. That's what you can appreciate his greatness still. You can appreciate that he's still a heck of a player. He's great when it comes to LeBron James. We haven't seen this.
Right.
It can just be that. You don't have to down talk them. You don't have to do all the negative stuff. I even hate the narrative that some people say that the man is on PEDs. Like, come on, man, y'all.
They're saying anything. Let me
It's
ask you a
ridiculous and it's
question,
ignorant,
Ivana.
man. Go
Do
ahead,
you
bro.
think if
He
he
did
went to
Rich Dog. That's why I still fuck with him. He did
if
Rich
he went
Dog.
to San Antonio, would you think it would have been considered he went to a super team? Or he created a super team if he
Yeah,
went there
yeah.
before Miami?
Everywhere he goes, that's like an automatic narrative now. So
Yeah,
yeah,
because
he could have
He
went to
already
Toronto
playing.
and
But
he
you
LeBron
remember
is
they
the
wasn't
super
even making
team.
that narrative yet.
I'm gonna
exactly.
say one thing before I get up out of here. Honestly, like the thing about LeBron, I know he switched from organization wherever he went though. He created like a new type of floodgate for
Yeah,
players
but
to
if
do
he would
stupid
have
shit
went to
like
San
James Harden. But
Antonio, it
like
wouldn't have been that.
he
He would
always
have been
fulfilled his
joining
contract, so
Kawhi,
I
Clay
always give him
Thompson, all
Exactly.
of them.
respect for
So
that.
you can't say he switched.
And then
Yeah, he didn't create one. He
at
would
the
have been
same
Exactly.
time,
joining a
after I
team that
saw
was
the
good.
Bulls organization did Derrick Rose after an injury, I was like, man, these motherfuckers, nah, man,
DeMar
Exactly.
DeRozan too.
Would that been considered
nah,
him
man.
creating a super team if he would have went to the Spurs? That's all I'm saying. Because he would
I
have been just
mean,
joining
I'm
a
with the
good team.
player empowerment. I
I'm
don't hate
not
on it, but
sure.
like,
He would have won 6 chips. He joined them niggas.
Yeah,
you
because
gotta
you got
be
the coach.
willing to sacrifice certain things. I feel like if
When
you
it,
go to a certain organization, it's got to be like the right culture that you have built around you. In my opinion,
mhm.
Yeah, him and
Everything
that's
Kawhi.
gotta happen how it's
bro.
supposed
Look
to
at the
happen. So when you talk about
honestly,
him going to San Antonio,
No, but before the Miami thing, after he left Cleveland, I'm talking
Oh,
about.
I don't know if he would have
Yeah.
wanted to go to San Antonio
I'm
though.
not
You
saying
feel me?
wanted to or nothing. I'm just saying if he would have went, how you think like his legacy would have been remembered opposed to like
Oh, if he
creating
went
a
there when
super
he was
team.
oh, well,
older, because
Who
he,
was
they
the stars
definitely
oh,
would have
though?
said.
Who was the stars on
It
San
was
Antonio at that
Kawhi.
time?
Kawhi wasn't even a definitive star. Remember, he was just
He
getting
wasn't
like
drafted
15
yet.
points. Huh?
He
Right.
wasn't drafted yet.
Oh, he
But see, that's
wasn't?
the
So he would have
thing.
been a
No,
rookie
not in
that first year with Bron.
2010.
He
Oh,
was
No, not in
wow.
drafted
That would
in
have been
2010. He wasn't
2011.
crazy.
drafted.
Then they couldn't have called it no super team.
Yeah, that
But
would have been
they would have
craziness.
been saying it because it's LeBron.
Nah, we would have had
Yeah.
a younger Tim, a younger Manu, and a younger Tony Parker. They
Oh, all
definitely would have
three of them?
called
Oh
that
yeah,
team
of
a
course
super
they
And
team.
would have called it a super
they
team.
finished
Yeah,
beating
and he
LeBron
lost to
3
Tim
years
early in his
earlier.
career. They would have said they
Yeah.
would have crammed him for something. But him and Kawhi Young would have been crazy. They would have that probably would have helped Kawhi too. They would have been a dominant duo like on the wings.
No,
That would
I
have been
I
think,
crazy.
think everywhere he went, he made the right decision.
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
yep.
he
Yeah.
did.
LeBron was never able to develop with another young peer of his own. Like when he went to Miami with D Wade, they were both grown men. Like he never had
D-Wade
that
was good the
rookie.
first 2 seasons, then he was way too injury prone the last two.
Yeah,
He,
2004 and on.
But he did. No, I would say 2013. Like he still had it there. He came through in the clutch,
Yeah.
nah, but
but he
I
was
look
still
at
like
D.
hurt. But those first 2 years though, he
He
was
ain't play
balling.
it back to
Yeah,
back the
first
whole
year he was balling though.
2014.
Yeah, you can't
Yo,
blame D
man.
Wade for 2014 because LeBron did mess him up in 2011. So they cancel those 2 years off.
LeBron messed him up. Why you say that?
I'm saying that because D-Wade made a sacrifice to be like, yo, go
D
ahead,
Wade
take
balled
over the
out in
team, because he knew
2011.
with
I
2011
don't
he
know.
did
The way
what?
I look at that 2011 Bulls life is just Dirk just went to another level we never seen from
Bro,
a player to
just
player,
stop
bro.
it, bro.
LeBron
Stop
did
it,
what
You said
bro.
Dirk
We
stop it.
can't
It
do
was
that.
equivalent to
Yes.
that D Wade in
No,
2006.
it was, but like the difference is Dirk
No, it
when
ain't
D
no
Wade
ain't
beat
no ifs,
him,
ands, or
Dirk was
buts.
still dropping points. What do you mean,
You
dog?
said who?
Dirk was still balling too, but D Wade just outballed him. LeBron was not balling. D Wade was going score to score with Dirk,
He
bro.
was balling, bro. I watched every game.
Bro,
He just averaged
I'm
17.
just saying,
That's
I
true.
watching that, I just was like, how is LeBron not taking advantage of this mismatch? It was just weird, man. I don't know what the fuck was
That's
Nah,
going
they
on.
hey,
zoned him up.
What
hey.
happened
Look at
on the
how
Before you
freaking
look at
go,
road?
how
Smooth.
Dallas play him
Before you go,
It was
Texas.
just
traditionally
weird
with
I
though.
would,
Jason
It
I
was
would,
Kidd
just
I
and
would
weird
tell
though.
you one thing, Texas, before you
That
go,
was the
bro.
weirdest shit. But he always
That's
balled
why
out in
I
every
got the
other final.
conspiracy theory about 2011, man. I think instead of Brian just coming in dominating the finals, bro, I think he tried to let D Wade
for
get off
sure. For
and
sure.
get the Finals MVP that year, and Brian took a back seat,
Art,
and that's
that
why
year,
motherfuckers say he choked.
that
And
year
that's
they
the thing. He
lost
didn't even
12.
joke.
They
He
lost
just didn't
12
shoot the
games
ball at
under
him.
5
No,
seconds
but
or less. Like in
That's
like
why it
the
was so.
last
That's
5
why it was
seconds or
so
less.
that
weird, bro.
was weird
Yeah,
as
they
Like,
couldn't
man.
figure
like
out
it's
the
different
gel
if
in the
LeBron
clutch
shot 30
that
times and
year.
made like 5-6 shots, but he just wasn't shooting the ball. So I don't know if you could consider
15 times a game, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah.
16 shots a game. Come on, bro.
It was just figure. If you watch a lot
They
of them games,
averaged
they
damn
came.
near mad similar numbers the entire
Yeah,
season, bro.
but if you watch the end
Through
of
the
those
playoffs,
games, bro, it was the end
into
of the
the finals,
games.
it
They
was
had
just
a
weird.
problem with that the first
You
year.
ain't never hate
But
Kobe Reg, dog. With
it
your
was
line that.
Yeah,
He
No,
said what?
you know he a real fan. Come on, Art.
I know.
but I'm not gonna lie
No,
to you,
you know
Bar.
nah.
Balls life. If they go
I
up
can see that,
2-0 in that
Reg.
series, they sweep them. Dallas came back from
Here's
that
the other thing,
20-point
right?
lead. They
LeBron
couldn't
gave
come
that
back.
huge concession speech. I'm not concession
We
speech, but
was
that
up
huge
2-1 though, man.
that huge speech in Game 4, but he just didn't come out with it. Like he
Well,
said,
that
we
was
feel like our backs are
Twitter
against the
before it
wall.
happened, man.
Yeah.
I just hate how
Can we
Bron set
can we
himself
stop
up for
saying
that
hey, can
shit,
we
bro.
stop
I
saying that
hate how we
Bron
do
tried to
that, man.
pass something to somebody else, to one of his teammates, please?
Yeah.
That's the
He did not
weakest argument I've ever heard. That he tried to pass the torch or pass the team on. Look, this LeBron James we talking about, y'all.
And Art, this my thing. Like about the AD thing. You saying,
Everybody,
Art?
Okay,
everybody.
no, but like, look,
that
if you think of
was
any,
happening, Art.
if you think of any great teams that won back to back with good players, though, the best player eventually just gives the other player the torch and they just
Not
make
even
a sacrifice.
since
What do you
these
like?
last
What
years with
team?
LeBron.
What team are you referring to, sir?
I'm
Well,
talking about the bubble team.
No, I'm talking to Texas.
Oh,
That's
in the
Swoop.
comments.
That's smooth, Art.
No, yeah, no,
Texas
I'm
left.
sorry. I'm
That's not
sorry.
Texas.
I, I'm
That's what
sorry.
I'm
you're
saying.
good.
Like, why you
getting
keep
I'm
calling
talking
him
about
out?
like D-Wade. I would say he was the better overall scorer and defender that year for the Heat in 2011. But like you said, the roles are complicated. But LeBron to be great and to always shine, like he's always had to be like the main facilitator.
I
You know what I'm
understand
saying?
that he wasn't, but like D
So,
Wade, I would take him out this conversation because LeBron wasn't like he didn't like people wasn't asking Brian to pass the keys around that
but
time.
okay, so
This happened around Kyrie
Hakeem and Magic, right?
time and definitely Anthony Davis time.
I would say like Hakeem and Magic.
Man, who
Right?
is this Capson? What the
You
hell is
read
this
that
about
whole shit?
LeBron
I
passing the
didn't even
He
pay
had
attention.
cap in his name.
Angel, get
He
the fuck out of here.
literally had the word cap.
But I'm saying like
Win. Get out
Magic,
of here.
or no, Kareem made the sacrifice to be the second option versus Magic, who was you know what I'm saying, like one of the best offensive players of all
I
time.
think
But
that
I would
2000.
say that happened more naturally in '85. So they played like 5 years
True.
together and let that change happen gradually. And I want to say that was the actual plan this time because if y'all
Yeah, that's
memory
what I'm
serves
saying.
y'all
That was
correct, they said the original plan once they got Anthony Davis was to get a third star that they could pair with him around the same age that for when Brian retires or at the end of his career,
For sure.
he won't have to carry the whole burden. Somehow the fans flipped that whole thing into saying that, oh, Brian just supposed to pass the keys to Anthony Davis and everything's supposed to be good and everything's supposed to be great and just get the keys to Anthony Davis. You know what I'm saying? That shit never made sense to me. That's why I don't like that argument.
It's okay, Zach LaVine.
Pass the keys could be taken out of
Oh,
context,
y'all is
though,
not gonna Zach
because it
LaVine
could be
stop
AD's
Hey.
just the definitive number one scorer,
Swoop,
first option.
One
It can mean a lot.
question, right? Did he
Right.
or
I
did
agree
he
with
not
you on that.
on first take and say
Hold on, ball. Y'all argue about something else. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead, Art.
The first, I would agree with you on that. But like, if you're gonna make him that option, the number one option, you have to physically do it.
For sure.
You can't bring in a ball dominant point guard like Russell Westbrook.
For sure.
Who is
Damn.
not finna just give him the ball in the post over and over again and then be a setup shooter. That's not Russell Westbrook game. And that's how it affected Anthony Davis. Hold on, and that's how it affected Anthony Davis' game when the season started because they wanted him to play five. Russ wanted more spacing on the court and stuff like that. So when you're playing five, you have to rebound, play defense, set picks, box out. You have to do the dirty work. Yeah. So this take over shit, you name another person who just did the dirty work who was required to also take over the team.
That's what I was saying. People was calling me crazy.
Kyle Lowry would have been a decent ass fit for y'all for AD this year.
I agree.
If he knows how to feed the big man, look what he's doing with Bam in Miami, man. He's been getting him going. He knows how to feed somebody when they go
No,
away.
and the biggest thing with Kyle Lowry is
You need
he
a point
plays
guard who knows how to
big
play
in
with AD.
moments. We need players who play big in moments, bro.
Oh, now you're saying that, Swoop.
No, I've been
No,
saying that.
hold on. First of all,
when I say it, I'm capping. But okay.
Ball is like, when have I ever? First of all, when have I ever like said that was not true? I just knew this shit was dysfunctional off rip with the Lakers. There was mad expectations, and I was like, man, they squad is ass.
Hey, Ball is right,
Hey,
man.
hold on, Swoop. I just realized you were the one who spent the 100 on me.
Hey, Ball is like, man, you real deal want
Yo,
Zach
it's only a few
You can
players that
have.
come back
Wait,
after
hold on,
blunders,
Ball's
man.
like, what'd you say? You
I
said I
said,
said
I just realized looking back at the old stream the other day, you were the one who sent the 100 on me.
what to get you taken out?
Yeah, no, that's to tell me stop capping about AD.
I didn't send anything on
You
you,
are
man.
capping his nigga.
Hey,
I was saying to stop capping on AD.
I ain't
I
gonna
just
lie.
don't think like he's gonna be good in this environment because it's too much. LA as a whole is just a phony ass like city when it comes to Hollywood and sports and shit, bro. I'm gonna just keep that real.
Hey,
I'm
but
talking about the
I do
people who
gotta-
live in LA. It's just a lot of publicity and a lot of bullshit storylines and a lot of pressure to go on there. And on top of that, everywhere LeBron goes, he go to a small market. There's mad media there, so you put like people in them situations, they gonna pick apart motherfuckers brushing their teeth the wrong way at the end of the day to try to fuck up the team, man.
Hey, Ballers, I do got a trade proposition for you though.
Oh my gosh, no!
Since you believe in Zach LaVine that bad.
Oh, Herm is here.
AD, Zach LaVine. Oh,
He's a free agent this summer, though. He don't need to be traded.
Look. Now we're gonna do a sign and trade because y'all don't have the money to sign him as a free agent, so you gotta do a sign and trade.
No, we don't.
Yes, y'all do. Y'all don't have the money to get him.
We got all we gotta do is trade.
Y'all don't have the
Russ
money to
and
get him.
We just gotta
Man, y'all
trade
ain't
Russ and
nobody ain't
No,
getting
no,
Russ.
ball is life. We ain't got the money to get Zach off the
I
bat.
said we gotta take Russ. We gotta trade Russ.
Y'all ain't gonna be able to trade him to the deadline, Ballers. Like
That's not true. They'll send them for
yes.
first round.
Most teams gonna wait till the trade deadline because they'll be dumb to jump on it during the offseason. They gonna wait till the trade deadline to get Russ.
That's not necessarily true. Who said that, Herm?
Unless they're giving out money like that,
All right.
I don't know, man.
You gotta think about it.
Can I explain why it's not necessarily true?
But we ain't got.
If I'm a team though, why would I be in desperation mode to trade
I
for
got
Russ in the beginning of
got
the
you.
season? I
Cap
want to
space
just
for
do that
next year.
right now. Yeah,
D-Bon, I
nah,
don't
but
say it.
Oh,
That's
damn.
what he's
D
saying.
Bonham,
Cause you need all the time you need to
but D
build chemistry
Bonham,
with
You
that
want to be
loose
the
cannon.
first person. Say you aiming for a star in 2023, and that option to have that book come off your books, right? You want to
it'd
be the
be
first
cheaper.
person.
It'd be
You know
cheaper
what
to
I'm
wait
saying?
till the trade deadline though.
But if you want to do that, and it's another team that say, well, shit, I want to do it too. I'm gonna do it now. Then you play yourself, waiting for the trade deadline.
But Art, it'll be cheaper though. Than what I'm saying though. It's
For the
cheaper.
team, yes. But that don't matter if you want the money for the offseason.
You gonna have the money for the offseason either way though. So it's best to wait till the trade deadline. It's cheap.
Yo, Eric
Trade them
Kwan.
at the deadline, right? Nah, if you trade them at the deadline, the whole 47 million not coming off. What I'm saying is that it'll come off first from the beginning of the year, the whole year through. Then you know you got it coming off for sure. Is what I'm saying.
Hey, yo, Eric Kwan, y'all Lakers fans like to make statements like that, but y'all don't have solutions. It's easy to just say that, but what do you bring back? What do you do once you
they'll
split
get a
them up?
lot. They'll get a lot if they did that.
Tell me.
What do we
He
mean by
said, I am
splitting?
splitting up the entire core after the season. What
So does that
deal?
mean you're getting rid of LeBron James too?
Yeah.
Yes. So
what
you're
it
just
is.
saying you're in a
Okay.
rebuilding
That's
phase.
why it's bullshit.
They'll get a lot for
That's
that.
when you lose all credibility.
Hey, yeah, Eric, can you come up and explain that to us? Can you come up and
Hey,
explain
I'm
that? Who you
I'm
gonna
gonna
bring
jump
on?
out. Salute to y'all. Y'all have a good night, man.
Hey,
You as well, brother.
Salute, Sword.
Y'all be
But
safe, man.
ball is like if you really believe in Zach LaVine, you can have that nigga because he ain't no superstar caliber player. So if you want
He's
that
injury
nigga, give
prone
us AD.
too.
Give us AD,
Herman,
nigga.
that's what I
Go
was
on,
saying,
give us
right?
AD. Y'all give us AD.
He injury prone.
But that's what I was saying, right? Suppose
Both
New
of them
York.
niggas injury prone.
Okay, so Herman, I have
Exactly.
a question, right? New York, they would give up Fournier, Burks, and Noel for Russ, right? Would they do that?
No.
We don't know that. Who told you that, Ball?
Come on, those were
They
some
wouldn't do
trades
that.
at the
He
deadline.
got inside
They was,
sources.
No.
they
Those
was,
were rumor
if
trades
that's
at the
what they
deadline.
wanted, Ball is like,
Nah,
They wouldn't have
Balls
done
like
that at
the
the
inside
trade
sources.
deadline, Ball.
exactly.
Because Lakers had to give up a first round pick then.
Yeah,
No,
because
no,
it's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it, bro.
I mean, why would we do
You be
that when
coming
it's
with some
not worth it? Why would
outrageous
you give
hope
up a
and
first
shit.
round pick?
NBA 2K moves, man.
You be coming with some outrageous shit though.
But he talk about my starting
But I
five.
fuck with you though, cause you a ride or die, man. I
Nah,
fuck with you,
Kareem,
man.
don't leave, bro.
I fuck with it, man.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm about to head out too.
Man, salute to y'all.
All right.
Salute to y'all, man.